this might actually be the most hype I've ever seen in the Hunter Call of the Wild. All the clues they're dropping, all the information. It's so cool to see, and I'll tell you what, it is hard to argue with those pictures today. If you guys haven't seen them, I did go ahead and put together a little thing here so we can quickly go through. If we jump into this screen. No one wants to talk about leopards. Yeah, that's what I hear. We're here for musk deer and all that kind of stuff. We don't need to look at the images. Now, here's what we have. This is the full image that was posted earlier today. It was on their social medias. Basically, the caption was, "We swear there is no cat here." So, if you look up there, there's one on the ridge on the top, and there's also one in the bush down below just hiding. You can just see its face. The thought process is that those are snow leopards. There's a couple of different things in the Himalayas that, like, there's I think they're called clouded leopards, and there was another one, marbled cat, I think they're called. Maybe it's those, but they sure look like snow leopards to me. Two different big cat. Yeah, could we have tigers and snow leopards? Because quite frankly, it doesn't. That's really ironic. The first thing we hear is a lynx. It doesn't make any sense that there would have been a snow leopard down like in the sort of jungly area stalking that muntjac deer. Now, does it have to make perfect sense from a teaser perspective? Probably not. But I don't know. That really makes me think we might be seeing both. Acid, thank you for the 37 months, by the way. Welcome back. It ain't snow leopard, it's a chupacabra. You might be onto something there. Aren't they a dog, though? Either way, I know you weren't being super serious. Clouded leopards are indeed cool. They're very cool. I love the look of them. I've been asking for more big cats. Didn't care what map we got as long as it has new big cats. Well, I think we may have... Hello? We may have that coming. One thing that makes me think there's two cat species coming, snow leopards can't roar? Really? Okay, that I didn't know. So, this is the thing. In the... I guess it was the teaser trailer video. A couple of people that have, like, actually worked with tigers, whether that's in a zoo or in whatever context. Maybe working for, what's his name? I can't even think of the name of that show everybody watched, Tiger King. The thing everybody watched during COVID. Maybe they work for him. Either way. Everybody has said, yeah, I work with tigers, that's a tiger. I haven't seen one single person say, hey, I worked with tigers, that's not a tiger. Or, hey, I work with snow leopards, actually that's a snow leopard. Everybody has said that's a tiger as far as the audio. So I'm with you guys. I think we might be looking at two big cat species, which is super hype. And, like, we got to see a little bit of the map there, like the snowy environment. That looks amazing. That looks like somewhere I'd love to spend time hunting. Monster, thank you for becoming a Shoesty, by the way. Welcome, welcome. I don't know if that alert's going to go off. Sometimes YouTube doesn't like to show alerts, but nonetheless, very much appreciated. Enjoy the green badge and emojis here on YouTube. That sounded like a leopard to me. Leopards roar a lot like tigers. The reason that I think it sounds more like a tiger is it's super, like... What's the word? Like, bassy, I guess? That's more of an instrument kind of word, but... It sounds like deeper than what a tiger roar would be. Interesting though, somebody said that snow leopards can't roar. I'd really like some insight there. Just like puma can't roar. Is its genius panther something? Did I say genius? Genius. Genius! Oh my god. Patrick, your genius is showing. Where? Anyway, hey Rahul. Do you think they'll add Pink Panther? I mean, hey, maybe that'll be one of the rares. Google it. They cannot roar. If that's the case, now, like, what I would say is, Bantang, for instance, when they did... Was there a mini trailer when I did the Untamed Species video for Expansive Worlds? I think there was. I think there was a little baby trailer, and then we did, like, the, whatever, 3 or 4 minutes hunting Bantang. There were some sounds in that trailer somewhere with Bantang, whether it was my thing or maybe the Emerald Coast trailer, that the Bantang didn't make. So they will use like some sounds to kind of make the trailers a little bit, you know, bring them to life a little bit. So I would say there's maybe a little outside chance of that. But I don't think you make that big, distinctive roar without there being a purpose to it. I love it if it's both. If it's a... Hey, JTAC. If it's a tiger and a snow leopard on the same map, Like, I've been asking for so many years to put 2 bear species on a map. Give me black bear and grizzlies on Yukon, for instance. That's the same level of cool to me. Having, like, potentially 2 cat species, it could be really fun. I worked with snow leopards at my local zoo as a teen. They cannot roar. Wait, come back. They scream and screech. Yeah, so that actually makes a lot of sense to me as well. Boy, it would be crazy, I think, to give a snow leopard a roar like that, and have it in a place where really I don't think you'd find too many snow leopards. They're down low like that. Quit talking about big cats that can't roar. Well, I mean, the fact that there's a roar potentially means tigers and snow leopards. I missed that name. Thank you for subscribing, though. Both or Riot. This is one of those things, and I feel like Expansive Worlds has gotten very good at it. This is one of those things that expectation setting is a big part of the business they're in. I think they do a really good job of not really setting us up for like some big hype and then letting us down with it being something else. I'm hopeful. Like, when you think of snow leopards, alright, I did put a bear. Where'd that one come from? That was odd. When you think of snow leopards, though, you think of like solitary, reclusive, almost like ghost of the wilderness type species, like things that are unbelievably hard to find. I hope they can capture that. Snow leopard in the jungle doesn't make sense. No, they should be, and you know, Himalayas, it makes perfect sense. We know there's sort of mountains from the teaser trailer. They should be up high. They should be kind of in the, well, at least in the high up areas of the mountains that do retain snow for a good part of the year. Which one's better, Call the Wild or Way of the Hunter? Well, depends on what you're after, but I would say, at least given the current hype, everybody's kind of more interested in Call of the Wild right now. What's going on, Timothy? So excited for the new map, more so than the last 2. Yeah, I feel like the hype around this one is about as good as Call of the Wild has had. In Expansive Worlds, I've talked about like the leaky faucet they've been with these hints lately. Little thing here, little thing there, like slowly, and it's cool that it's not like, they did this for something. But what I like is that they didn't do the same thing. It's been, was that a tiger? Hey, look, a muntjac. Is that snow leopards? Like, it's been all over the place, and it really makes the hype bigger. What's going on, Eli? So there's been an interesting thing that I did want to talk about today. There's a lot of, call it concern maybe, of potential for protected species. And I get where that's coming from, but I think when it comes to a video game, things that have been even hunted in the past, whether that's tigers or snow leopards or European bison over on Hirschfelden, the idea is that it's a fictional place, a fictional hunting reserve, where obviously, and actually, let's go back to European bison on Hirschfelden for a second. If you do the missions on Hirschfelden, nice. They actually talk about the European bison population on that reserve being like huntable, being to a point where actually some need to be taken out. In this fictional place, I think it's perfectly reasonable for animals that in real life may be protected to be able to hunt them in that spot. That's how you make a video game that's interesting and something that people are going to want to play. I'm perfectly okay with it, and I actually think it opens up a lot of cool potential. It's a game, exactly. There's a lot of video games where you can do things that aren't legal. And the cool thing is about, there's like no map really, maybe other than Mississippi Acres, that like specifically is like, hey, this place is right here in the world. Like, you can do a map. I'm dumb. Himalayas are like here-ish, so it'd be like down in this area, I want to say. I might be way off. Or is it on this? Anyway, point being, you can do a map that's like, hey, we're in this general vicinity, but you can take some creative liberties. I hope that that's what we're looking at. At the end of the day, it's all just pixels. It is. My guess is the map drops in June, so generally speaking, any on-time map reserve that the Hunter has ever done, the latest has been August. Emerald Coast came out, Virunga Savannah came out August 30th of 2018. Other than that, it's always been middle to end of June. Himalayas are directly north of India. Okay, I was off by a bit then, huh? American at topography. Well, yeah, you know, not exactly the best of that. Where's he? Like over here then, right? I think. Google misled me. Oh, interesting. Are they really going to release tigers and snow leopards in one reserve? Oh, hello there. I was wondering what that was. There's obviously nothing completely confirmed, but I have a hard time coming up with what else we might be looking at, if not that. When you factor in the roar, and there's, let's say, an ongoing conversation in chat right now as to whether or not snow leopards even can roar, and it sounds like they cannot. Factor those in with the roar that we do here, and then the snow leopard looking clue today. I think there's two different things. Joke's on us to drop in 2 maps. Imagine they make us wait a year and then drop 2 maps. That'd be insane. What monitor do you use? It's a Acer 27-inch. So I got it refurbished on Amazon. It was a 4K monitor, but rather than like the $700 price tag, I got it for like $400. I have had it for 6 years, 7 years, still going strong. I don't believe they can roar. Based on everything that we're kind of finding here, everybody that's confirming things in chat, yeah, I don't think they can. Snow leopard is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Mr. Schrader is right. Snow leopards cannot roar. Tiger all but confirmed. And then that brings us back around here, right? Tiger are all but confirmed. That ain't no tiger. Like, yeah, there are, I think, is it white Bengal tigers, the ones that are white? That's not a tiger. That's, I think it's a snow leopard. Maybe it could be a clouded leopard, but it doesn't look right to me. There's, oh, I did the wrong thing. Whoops. There is this one over here, too. I can zoom that in a little bit more. Jeez, if I do the right thing, I can zoom it in a little bit more. I'm doing great here. Some people are saying that's a rock. That is not a rock. That's an animal. It looks exactly like a snow leopard. You see like the whiter coloration under the chin and stuff. You can see the shoulders defined. You can see the ears. You can see like the cheekbones. To me, that looks more like a snow leopard, really, even than the one that's in the bushes for that clue. I'm gonna try to get this full screen again, just for the sake of when we bring that back up later. Let's try not to remove too many things accidentally off the screen. What do you think the next great one will be? Well, that leads right into the next topic of discussion, right? I'm stuck on that thing Jaxy said. Not base game animal, first one ever. And it's not what you'll expect it to be, I almost guarantee it. I think that was Jaxy's exact quote. At the time he said that, people were talking about tigers. People were expecting tigers. That, I think the roar had already happened, right? The trailer, or no, I have that backwards. Tigers were the next day. So, I guess you can make the argument maybe nobody expected tigers or now snow leopards with this little bit of a clue here today. So it could be one of those two. I still wonder if they're too expected. Still want roe deer? I like the muntjac idea, though I'm not sure what you do with the great one muntjac. It was on that survey like 6 months ago. I think I was in Indiana. I think it was in November. You're guessing great one snow leopard? I mean, can you imagine the potential struggles of grinding for something like that? It could be amazing though, like just an animal as majestic as a snow leopard, it wouldn't take a lot to make an amazing looking great one. I think it'll be on the new map, because for them to come out with a new map and it just so happens, oh hey, the first non-base game great one is going to be released at the same time as this new map, I think it's going to be on there. So that leaves us with, uh-oh, we might die. As far as like potentially unexpected things, I don't know. We're about due for another predator great one. Black bear was the last one. Could it be tigers? Could it be snow leopards? I hope so. I think that'd be really cool. Great one sandbar deer? Are they in that area? I didn't know that. Actor Dragon, thank you by the way for the 29 months. Welcome back. I need to update the badges here. I did do the ones on Twitch. Nonetheless, I think we're having both species as the roar is way too deep for a leopard. Also, I want both to be involved in a mission. There you go. Post down below. Gotcha. Be looking forward to that. Jivers, thank you for the 9 months, by the way. Welcome back. I have been hitting that cutthroat spot since you directed me to the exact location so much. I don't know if you were at the Twitch stream Friday, but we got a Diamond Brookie out of there. Rusty, thank you for the super chat. All the things are happening at once. Let's get a shot off here. Beautiful. How many new species do you think there's going to be? Great question. So let's go. I think there's either 4 or 5 right now that are all but confirmed, let's say. Let's separate tigers and snow leopards. We're just through this conversation, we're thinking snow leopards can't roar. There was a roar. There should be a separation there. Whether it is tigers for sure or snow leopards for sure, there's 2 different things there that should be new. Muntjac are confirmed. Greylag geese, I think that's what those are. Now, some people are saying there should be bar-headed geese. There's a couple of different species. When I look at those models, they're greylags. So that would be 3 of those 4 would be new. There's also that thing, and I don't have a picture of it. I wish I could put it on screen. Somebody looked at the original thumbnail for the teaser and found what looked to be some kind of animal standing back there, which is not one of those 4 that I just named. So there's something else on the map. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, it's true, Hatcha. Best spot to get diamond tokens? I can't disagree with that one. I don't know if we're going to do any fishing at the end of the stream or not. We'll see. I have another idea for something I want to do later on. Got my first moose ever in Classic. There you go. Best weapons in Call of the Wild for beginners. Do you want base game weapons or do you want DLC weapons? Because they're completely different answers. Kyla's cracking a beer at 3 o'clock. Oh boy. I guess it is Memorial Day. Blue sheep. So I have seen a lot of people talking about blue sheep. I think Didi had one in his thumbnail not very long ago. A lot of people are saying there's blue sheep in the area. They look awesome. I would love if they had blue sheep. There's the question of whether or not they're going to do Himalayan tar on a map like that. I think at this point, like, it's a species that we would want and expect to be in that area. It's just a matter of can they do it? Because, of course, there was supposed to be tar on Te Awaroa. There was a tar, like when I spot this reindeer, right? There's that logo for the reindeer in the right side of the screen in the spotting info. There was a tar logo. It actually came up when you clicked on the human tracks for one of the missions over there on Te Awaroa. For whatever reason, I think it was engine limitations, they weren't able to do it. Years later, what would it be? 4 years later? 3 or 4 years later? Can they do it now? Hopefully. We shall see. It feels like those are 2 things that could be there. If both of those species are there, what's that bring us to 5 new ones? Perhaps a new multi-mount idea could be a lion, tiger, and a bear. I don't remember who first said that. I don't think it was me. Maybe I said it by accident. But I love that concept. That's a fantastic idea. Zach, thank you so much for the super chat. Hope you're doing well. Sitting inside a house waiting for turkeys to come in to come by. Peak turkey hunting experience. When did you guys' season end? Ours is over today, so I think I'm all but done. But good luck to you. Hopefully you get one. Hey, K-Flow. You want to hunt a yak? There are yaks there, right? Yaks and gar, they're 2 different things. Would they do both? Do any maps have 2 huge, like, bovines? Are they both bovines? I actually don't know that. I don't think any does. Well, no. I mean, like, Gemsbuck were kind of, I don't know if they were a bovine, but Gemsbuck were a sort of large antelope species and Cape Buffalo. But that could be, like, up to 7 different things? Apex Predator mount would be sick. You have to think, right? Hopefully there's multi-mounts for both. Let's go with the idea that there's both for now. Because what happens is in these streams, I try to be very careful about saying, in any sentence I ever mention snow leopards or tigers or muntjac are confirmed because of the teaser. But I always try to, in the full sentence, I always try to make the point, like, this is just conjecture. Because that way somebody can't take a clip of what I'm saying and then post it somewhere, and then all of a sudden I'm responsible for everybody being confused. The lion manes are still a bit wonky. That's very true. Yeah, I just had that close-up cutout of that one in that thumbnail recently. It is not the most beautiful of long hair in this game. Your season's not today, not the end of the month. I'm pretty sure it ends today. Hope the Siberian Ibex, that would be a good one. Not to get political, but what's your opinion on oatmeal? Oatmeal's fantastic, but oatmeal is best when raspberries are growing, or when they're ripe. I have oatmeal almost every morning, specifically when I can pick raspberries. Blueberries too, but we're gonna freeze our blueberries this year, I think. What do you think we'll get tomorrow? Species list and great one in the stream? That's a good question. What I was looking at, I think it was May 23rd last year, was, you know, probably the same like Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month. I had like 4 videos or something. I think I had a video that I recorded on the Monday, so I recorded a video today that was supposed to come out tomorrow, and then there was the Great One Fallow reveal, something else, because I did 2 videos on that stream, and then maybe there was the map trailer? We know the trailer's coming out. Is it? Yeah. I think the name of the map and then like trailer is in the title. That's scheduled. If you guys haven't seen that, Expansive Worlds YouTube channel, there is a premiere for 9 a.m. tomorrow that looks to be the map trailer. So there's that. What would they do on the stream? Yeah, maybe. Maybe we get to see the Great One too. That'd be crazy though, all that information at once. Maybe that's why they would do the trailer early though. I like that idea. Let's go with that. Tomorrow couldn't come any slower. I feel it. Blackout, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. Very much appreciate that. I like your profile picture. I want aggressive tigers. Fear of being hunted. We haven't had, like, a truly aggressive predator animal? Maybe since... Like, lions were aggressive for a time, but not really. I'm thinking back to, like, bears. Bears used to be pretty aggressive. Like, we've had Cape buffalo and water buffalo and stuff like that that charge you a lot. But an actual predator species that hunts you, I guess wolves, maybe that's the last true one? I would love that. Why don't you play the Angler? I stream the Angler a bunch. I don't do a lot of videos on the Angler because it's really hard, in my opinion, to do videos on the Angler. The way that the Angler is best played to catch diamonds and golds and such is to sit in one place and, like, well, you find a good place, right? Whether it's the area that we were talking about earlier that's really good for cutthroats, whether it's the place that I found by accident for African tigerfish, whatever it might be. You sit in that spot and you generally use a lure that's going to catch like a lot of the big silvers and the golds and maybe a diamond spawns. That's hard to do in a video and make it interesting, but it's a great thing to do in a stream. We get to talk about all kinds of stuff. I don't know if I'll stream the Angler specifically today, just because we have a lot going on with the trailer coming out tomorrow, the teaser thing, that coming out today. We'll see. We shall see. I don't want to miss that. Of course, the alert's not coming up. Pop, thank you for becoming a Shusty. Welcome. Good to have you here. Crocs. Are there crocs in the Himalayas or like in that jungly area? I could see it, right? Like that area where the muntjac was in the teaser. I can see crocs living there. That could be pretty sweet. Water buffalo second map. There are water buffalo there, huh? Ooh. See, those also fit like in that area where the muntjac was. That would be cool. Wait. Great one water buffalo? That could be cool. What's the biggest great one? Moose? Give us the biggest one. The biggest animal in the game right now. They're water buffalo. That'd be cool. I like that. Base game non-DLC. Okay, was that the question from before? I think so. I mean, for a beginner, what I would do... It must be... Oh, a lynx. So the 243, I've got it right here. It is... Because it's a... You know, it's your beginner weapon. A lot of people think it's not that good. It's a really good gun. I would get the 270 as soon as you can. And then work towards the 7mm. Once you've got the 7mm, you can effectively hunt every animal in the game. You'll want the 338, but that's going to take you some time to unlock for some of the biggest stuff. But the 7mm can handle it. Hey, Dilly. Joe's in here as well. Welcome on in. Rib's got another 2-ish hours. I'm not going to lie, we're having leftovers because, well, two things. A, I expected to be doing like a longer stream today anyway. But then B, like all the stuff going on. I was recording, so I've got a classic video probably Wednesday. Trying to get the last of collectibles for that Scavenger Day event, whatever it is. And I was about halfway through recording that, and then boom, Snow Leopard teaser trailer image thing comes out. So, really, you're gonna bark at that? So I had to stop recording that, went and made the video on the image, broke all that down, went back to classic, continued recording that right up until the stream started. Is the 300 AR or the 338 better in your opinion? I would say the 300 AR. because they effectively do the same thing. They're both, you're talking about the 338 Bolt, I assume. They're both high capacity, repeating big game rifles. And when I say big game, I mean class 7 to 9. The single shot 338, as far as making one singular hit if you're not needing to follow up, is going to do everything just as good. The reason that I'm going to say the 300 AR is better is because it's got less recoil, and I think it's lighter. Musk deer are in the Himalayas. They're not Siberian musk deer, which is interesting. That could be a new species too. Water buffalo in the open / water areas, gar in the forest, and yak in the mountains. Imagine getting run over by a gar. Those things, they're like the bovine version of a pit bull. Just like, if you look up a picture of a gar real quick, same way, is it Andrew? I don't know. I know it's spelled a little bit different, but I'm guessing. Same way he spelled it. They are like the most beefy looking cow you've ever seen in your life. Or bull is probably a better way to say it. We need Asian elephants. You know, I haven't really gone too far down that thought process because we didn't get them on Virunga Savannah. Asian elephants are smaller? Maybe the engine could handle it? That would be, like, can you imagine? I don't think anybody truly expects it because we don't have anything nearly that big. If they drop that bomb on us, I mean, like, there's no way anybody possibly rates anything other than Senator Patan as their favorite map. I don't see anybody picking anything else. I might change my favorite map, and mine's been latent since the game came out. Disappointing, the 300 AR has to be a staple. I find myself using it every game. I actually don't bring it on. I bring it on stream because I shoot terribly on stream. I have a hard time concentrating to shoot and talking at the same time. But for most hunts, I don't bring it just to switch it up. Hey, William. What class would elephants have to be? You probably would have to invent a new class. Could a 338 or a 300 take down an elephant? Sure. Should there be something better, though? I would say almost certainly. Alexi, am I saying that correctly? I certainly hope so. Thank you for the super chat. I'm doing good. This is as hype as anything has been in the Call of the Wild community for at least a year, since Emerald Coast and Great One Fallow Deer got revealed. So it's pretty darn exciting to be, you know, just in the community right now. You see the Discord's going crazy. This stream chat is probably as fast as anything has been in the last year. It's really cool to see everybody excited about the game. When you're streaming, you're playing at your worst? Yeah, probably. I wouldn't say I'm bad, but, you know, I definitely whiff on more shots. Like, I don't always have as much time to think through, like, oh, I should get closer. Like, I just shoot stuff so I can continue whatever I'm saying, very often. 7mm Malmer's an excellent 49 gun? It is. It's a really great gun. Really, the only issue with the 7mm is Cape Buffalo. Cape Buffalo, and it happens with the 300, it happens with the 338. Just having a little more beef from those rounds helps. But Cape Buffalo can eat a 7mm round, you know, behind the shoulder, and sometimes it doesn't hit the lung. But again, a 300 round sometimes doesn't hit the lung. Why are you a Call of the Wild savant? Dude, I have so many hours in this game. I'm at like 7100 or something stupid. Most things at this point I can do more or less reflexively, but, you know, I definitely feel like I can play better if I'm not distracted, let's say. That looked funny. Like the Great One Moose. I believe it was it this rock? No, it must have been this rock. I feel like I would have been slightly less close to completely missing. You know, maybe if I had the thought to be like, ooh, let's just center punch the lungs instead of shooting way up like I did. Like, just those sorts of things don't always go through my head when I'm streaming. Any good trophies yet? Nah, we're just getting going. Hey, Grober. Any new maps? Well, we know... Can somebody tell me how to say that? It's Sundar Patan or something. It's a map that looks to be in the Himalayas. Nepal, India kind of area. We have, as of now, only one species truly confirmed. That's looks like red northern muntjac. A couple of species that certainly look to be coming. Tigers, snow leopards, gray-lag geese, and there's some kind of other thing that I can't tell what it is in one of their thumbnails. Rusty, thank you for the super chat, by the way. Just bought Mississippi Acres. Any tips for hunting raccoons? Their drink time is 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's not a bad way to do it. They're actually really fast, and they're so small they hide behind the grass really well. Running around, running through fields isn't always super effective. If they happen to run towards you, it can work. But yeah, I would do their drink time if that's what you want. Anyway, to quickly touch on the snow leopard thing, literally today, we got this clue. To be fair, it's that clue. But we have one that appears to be up there, and one that appears to be down there. I haven't seen much to go against the thought that those are snow leopards. I don't think I've seen any comments where somebody says, oh, actually that looks like... Everybody thinks it's snow leopards that I can tell. Minus the one group of people that think that one on the ridge is a rock. Downloading the Angler, do it. It's a fun game, I really enjoy it. Would really like a new rifle for the new map. So going back, let's think here. Emerald Coast was the last one we got the 22-250. Before that, what even was the map before Emerald Coast? New England. That was the inline muzzleloader. Before that was Reventuli Coast. Did we get a gun with Reventuli? Boy, if we did, I don't remember. Typically, though, we do get a gun with new maps. Somebody brought up the idea the other day that I really like. I've been like, you know, at the front of the... I don't know what I'm trying to say. I've been on the front lines for asking for a gun that can 0 to 400 meters. If we could... We got the 300 with Reventuli? The 300 was Yukon Valley. Layout blind, that's right, it was duck hunting equipment. Anyway, if we could have a gun that goes 0 to 400 meters, that'd be amazing. Well, what better map to add that with than mountains, where you can, you know, conceivably shoot 400 meters often. You've never been on the front line? I mean, yeah, you know, not literally. I'm a small, sheltered boy. Need a new level 3 gun with all the class changes? We are limited on, like, good class 3 guns. Something like the Mosin, but maybe... What would be... I don't want to say, like, semi-automatic. It doesn't need to be that. Maybe just a little more oomph? I don't know. Do you think they'll add tags for the protected species? I wouldn't be opposed to the idea, really. You know, if it's going to help, like, the general reception of the map or the species. If they want to do that, that's fine with me. Do I think they will? Probably not. Like, again, European bison on Hirschfelden. The thing about this is, this happened so long ago, people, myself included, generally forget this. If you play through the missions on Hirschfelden, they mentioned that European bison are protected, but on the reserve, on this hunting reserve, the population is like a huntable population, and actually some need to be taken out, like, via the story to, you know, keep a healthy population. I think if they take that approach, then they don't need to worry about tags. Haven't even been on the offensive line? That is very true. I did play defensive line a little bit in, like, Pee-wee football or whatever, but that didn't work real good for me either. Vote a new 6.5, lowered to 2 to 6 or 3 to 7? I think 3 to 7 would be fair. 2 would be a little small for a 6.5. Do you think we'll have to climb cliffs like in Classic? Somebody, oh, you know what it was? It wasn't that somebody brought this up. Bottom Boy did kind of bring it to my attention, and it came up on stream last week. And the only, I don't know why I'm bothering to tell you this, but I was messing around with like a program thing that can make YouTube shorts of your streams. I just wanted to see how it would work. And it picked up on that when I was talking about Classic climbing gear. Do I think they would do that? Probably not, because as far as I can tell, it actually didn't go over well in Classic. Maybe they could do it different, but the way they did it in Classic, it's effectively like a little mini game. I don't mind it, but older people who like maybe can't, like, don't have full function of their hands or anything like that, they have a hard time with that climbing mini game and actually getting to the top of the cliffs and stuff. So maybe if they did it different, they could do that, but when they released Timber Gold Trails, which also has mountains for bighorn sheep, they didn't do the climbing gear, so my guess would be no. What class could the leopard be? Great question. How big are snow leopards? Snow leopard. It says 60 to 120 pounds. A lot of times that's low, too. Because they usually go off like the world record. I'm going to say 5. That would be the same as Puma. Now, they're smaller than Puma, I think, based on that little tiny bit of research I just did. But I would guess 5. Like wolves, are they still 5? They definitely used to be 5. Usually the predator species, they do 5. 7 to 8 maybe? That would probably be a little high. Tigers, though, 8 or 9. Smaller than humans? What's the, what class is Rummy Warren? He's a 12, obviously. Big male. Probably 5 to be like lynx size? Are they that small? Yeah, lynx are 45 kilos, like 99 pounds. Lynx are 3. Maybe 4. 3 feels like... it's the same as lions. To me, giving the lions class 9 to some degree is almost like a respect, not like literal respect, but respect to the species kind of thing. I feel like making a snow leopard a class 3 would almost be a disrespectful thing, if that makes sense. Tigers 9 for sure. They're bigger than lions, right? Bigger than African lions. Why is it they make big cats 9s, but crocs and gators are only 8s, same with moose? That's a fair point. Like, moose, in terms of maximum weight, are more than twice as big as a lion. I'd be fine with moose as a 9, really. It makes next to no difference. The only difference is that you can't shoot a moose with a 470. But, yeah, I wouldn't hate if they made them all 9. I'm not going to shoot crocs and gators and moose with the 470 anyway, so it does not impact the gameplay experience for me whatsoever. Lions being 9 is stupid. They probably should be an 8. I agree. Snow leopards are the only big cat in the world that can't roar. They blow and chirp mostly. Okay. So I have a question, and you guys can maybe answer this. What qualifies an animal as a big cat? Because I guess it's not size. I did that video, whatever that was, a week ago maybe, not even, hunting all the big cat species in the game. And there were some people that said like, oh hey, lions are the only big cat. And I was like, fair, I guess. I didn't literally mean like as the qualification for big cat. But what makes a snow leopard a big cat but not a puma? A big cat can roar? Is that all it is? If that's all it is, I had no idea it was that simple. A big cat isn't based on size? Apparently not. Snow leopards aren't big cats. By the roar thing, that would make sense. Big cats equals cat that big. I've seen some pretty big barn cats. Members of Panthera? Ah, okay. Also makes plenty of sense to me. Vocal capabilities. Seems like they all fit into that. I still, like, when I made the video, I assume most people could get the point that I was hunting the biggest cat species, not specifically trying to get, like, you know, animals that fit into that genus or species or whatever the correct thing is, because I'm not smart like that. Only humans can make a dumb distinction? No, but it sounds cool, which is important. My cat named Nugget is a big cat. He's a thickin'. A thickin'. Lions being class 9 makes sense considering in most African countries you have to use a 375. So that's the thing that... I was going to say that too about Africa specifically. Having lions as class 9 makes more sense than, let's say, if you had a lion... Not that it's reasonable, but if you had a lion on another map. The laws and stuff really do make sense for that being class 9. John 2, thank you for becoming a Shusty, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Thickened Nugget, that's amazing. Lions, tigers, jaguars, leopards, and snow leopards are big cat because they're in the Panthera, I don't know if I'm saying that right, genus. Cheetahs, cougars, lynx, etc. are little cats because they can't roar but purr instead. I still don't understand if snow leopards can roar or not because some say they can, some they can't, but regardless, we don't need to go back down that path. Cats in certain genus with 2 special piece bone. This goes far beyond my pay grade. No reindeer here? Huh. We should go up the river. Well, let's wait for musk deer because that's going to be soon. Let's go... We should go here. There's also Asiatic lion from India. Maybe we aren't getting a tiger after all? I'm trying to remember, because somebody brought that up recently, and I was kind of like, you know, nobody's talking about that. Maybe, would it be too similar to African lion? I don't know. I feel like nobody's expecting that. Is there an estimate on a date of the map? Nothing official, nothing like from Expansive Worlds. Generally speaking, their summer maps release around like June 20th. It's typically a Tuesday release, though they've done Friday a couple of times. Looking at the calendar, pull it up on my phone again, above my pay grade. Yeah, I don't get paid enough to understand genuses and geniuses, of which I am not one. So I'm guessing June 25th. That's a Tuesday. Maybe the 21st. That's a Friday. I could see it being one of those two. I want to say very clearly right now, though, that's not confirmed. I don't know anything. I'm making a guess. Don't go to Expansive Worlds and say Flinter said the map's coming out on those dates. I have no clue. Notice my pun? What did you say? Nice. The official trailer comes out tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central Time, if it helps you find out today. I don't know if the trailer necessarily correlates to release exactly. If we think back over the years, maybe it does, but I'd want to go and look at a bunch of trailers and releases to know for sure. What is the typical content creator access to new maps 1 week before? It changes almost every release. Have we ever had a week? Maybe. You're talking about... you're talking about the early access period. There's two different things here. So, generally, there's what's called an embargo period. That'll be... It's been up to a week before. Usually it's like 3 days prior to the early access content release. I think generally what has been most common with new maps as of late is a lot of times that embargo ends on a Friday, so usually there's like a, Friday video, Friday stream, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, map comes out Tuesday. That's what they've done a lot. It ends up being close to a week in total. Like generally that embargo period maybe starts on a Tuesday, we have 3 days to get videos ready. Early access starts Friday, and then, videos come out on the weekend. There's nothing, I have not heard a thing about early access yet. It may be completely different this time. We've had, I think, as little as about 24 hours once. I don't know if that was a map release or like a DLC. But yeah, we've had shorter, like, early access embargo periods. We have had longer ones. I had Yukon Valley early access, and it was like, literally me and Zaggy. I think we were the only two at the time. There were not a lot of Call of the Wild creators like 5 years ago. I think I had that for about a week. There was a long time. That or I made a bunch of content. One of the two. Why are they dropping the biggest hype in the middle of exam season? Well, yeah, I know that sucks for those that who have exams and stuff, I get that. The hype is happening now, but generally map release being closer to the end of June, at least all that should be done. Did Jaxy say what the new great one is? Not Yeti. I get it. EW has other animals that are endangered? Exactly, yeah. Everyone ignoring that tigers are highly illegal to hunt and EW doesn't put a legal hunt. No. So, like, for most species, you're right. But, the very first map that they ever did, Hirschfelden, European bison are endangered. You can't hunt them. Basically, what they do is, at least with European bison, they've done, in the missions, they line it up and make it clear, like, hey, our population of European bison on this hunting reserve actually is a huntable population, and actually we have too many, you need to go and shoot some. I expect they would do the same thing there. At the end of the day, it's a game. Let me be clear, though, a small population of tigers to simulate IRL scenarios where tigers hunt humans and need to be removed would be sick. I'd be fine with it working that way, too. What I would say, and, like... Because both games are made by Expansive Worlds, I assume they learned lessons through Classic. The Hunter Classic in 2015, maybe 2016, released polar bears. Polar bears in real life are also endangered. There's very specific scenarios where you can hunt them. So they did, initially, basically events. So if you saw a polar bear, you could not shoot it. If a polar bear attacked you, you could shoot it, but you couldn't get a score. There would be events like every 3 months. There would be, hey, the polar bear population is, you know, they're overcrowded, you gotta go and hunt somebody, you'd be able to hunt them. Nobody liked that. People complained. You can hunt polar bears wherever you want. I think they would do the exact same thing with tigers or snow leopards or any potential endangered thing that they may ever add to Call of the Wild. Which 5 do you have left, Andrew? Personally, I think the map will release earlier this time, just because it's been a year. I think they'll surprise us. Absolutely not because of the excitement. I think. Oh, I see what you're saying. I wouldn't be opposed to it. It does help. Lately, there's been all kinds of inspiration for videos, like we did Quattro Colinas, because there was that one image that looked like Quattro. We did Emerald Coast. That was just because it was Emerald Coast was the last new map. But yeah, like the sooner that we can get on the new map and make all kinds of cool videos and hunt all kinds of cool species, the better, obviously, from my perspective as well. What's that, Bushwhacker? I know that name, but I don't know what that is. Like, I've seen that word before. We're going to get a single tiger per account, and it's going to be mission only. Got to be lucky for that diamond. We could do, like, the, what was that wolf? The Ogro on Quattro, speaking of that map. I didn't know this till I shot mine as level 5. You could actually just, like, close the game and reopen and go back until it was level 9. What's up, Nick? Appreciate that, man. How the heck do you say that? Barasinga? I know I've seen that word before, but I don't know what that is. Do you think we'll learn about the new Great One tomorrow or just the map? They do different things with every release, so I wouldn't say there's much of a pattern to go off of. Last year, I believe it was like Great One stream, and if I remember right, the map wasn't ready yet. It was like Great One stream, teaser trailer, and then maybe the next week was like map reveal, Jaxy hunting around on the map on EW stream. Again, I think that was because the map wasn't ready. So they may do it in the opposite order this week. What I find really curious, the trailer is scheduled for 9 a.m. That they don't typically do. They've many times played the trailer at the end of their, you know, is it Lock and Learn stream or whatever they call it? Or is that Classic? I think that's Classic. Whatever they call their weekly Call of the Wild stream. Because it's different this time, I really wonder if they're going to do the Great One reveal. It works out for me, though, because assuming I can get a video done prior to their stream starting, it is far easier than trying to rush around and do everything all at once. Barasinga equals Swamp Deer. Wait, is that the thing? Hang on. Is that the same thing? Swamp Deer. Wait, is that? Oh, yeah. It says Barasinga right on that. I love those things. Are those in the Himalayas? Oh my god. Some of these things look so cool. Alright, I'm just gonna look at pictures. You guys have fun. I haven't found those in my research for like any of the species. Are they in there? Eastern North. Okay. Oh, sorry, North. 9 a.m. Eastern. Speaking of Eastern North, that was kind of ironic. What do you think of the EW screenshot? Yeah, I did make a video earlier today if you want to go and check out that. Frankly, simply put, I think it's snow leopards. I can't see anything, like when I look at that, I see a snow leopard. I can't see it as anything else. They are in Nepal/India. Oh my god, like if we get those, that's going to be so fun. What I would really hope they do, because like if you take 2 seconds, you don't even have to spell it Barasinga, because I just wrote in Swamp Deer. If you take 2 seconds to Google it, like every one you see is going to look different. I would hope that they incorporate that, because Swamp Deer, and they're like in a way Pear David's deer. They're not the same thing, but they grow all kinds of weird, like wonky ways too. Might be a Pallas cat. What's that? I'll look that up. Great One Yeti incoming. Imagine. You know that how did you spell that? 2 L's? Yeah. You know that game Bigfoot, where you hunt a Bigfoot? Pallas cat, it does have the same face, I'll give you that. Anyway, if the Great One Yeti spawned that just hunted you, like that works in Bigfoot, that would be amazing. Can snow leopards be hunted? I've seen people say that snow leopards are legal to hunt in Nepal. I can't find that anywhere, but I've seen people say it. I don't think it matters at the end of the day. I don't necessarily think that would be a determining factor as to whether or not they're going to be on the map. Although if they could be hunted, maybe it's more likely. It's guaranteed Nepal. In the teaser trailer thumbnail, you can see Mount Everest in the background. Is that what that is? I wasn't smart enough to make like a real life like comparison. Hope Honey Badger's on there. I kind of like them on Tikkaman Plains Away the Hunter. I think generally Call of the Wild does a better job with small games, so I'd be more interested in that. Fuzzy Muntjac? Is that's different than the Red Northern one? When will the new map drop? We don't have a release date yet. The thought is probably a little under a month, right about that. Prove it's Everest. Can you climb it? No, I would die actually. I cannot climb it. I hear some puppies. Hello, puppies. Nice of you to join us. That was a great start. Completely whiffed both times. Do you, like, not have a brain, or what's happening here? There we go. Search Himalayan, I don't know how to say that, Zero or whatever. I will, perhaps when the puppies go to bed. Did I get you? I guess so. I thought there was one more. I miss... Nope. No fleeing for you. I miss when red, brown, and egg white were like uncommon. The one thing that I feel like would be better with gray wolves, because Iberians are kind of like this. Just some uncommon furs. Like when you see a full pack of wolves and they all look the same, it's not the best. Like I love classic. You get so many different furs for the wolves. Overly aggressive wolves are wild? Nah, it's fun. You got. I'm all for that. Like, somebody said like aggressive tigers earlier. Would it be the most realistic thing? They are actually very aggressive as far as I know. Maybe not like, you know, everyone attacks you, but I hope tigers, snow leopards, bears, oh my, are all aggressive. My bro got attacked on Yukon by 3 packs at once. I think I've had 2. 3 at once has to be madness. You'd need like the 308 to survive that. Bunch of 5s, that was weird. Look how beautiful and pink. Anyway, Mercy, thank you for subscribing. We have 470 here. Welcome on in, guys. Appreciate you jumping in. Okay, I did want to look up that species that I can't pronounce. Zero or whatever. Oh, they're like a little goat thing. They look like mini nilgai to me. Is that what it is? Also known as the... It's like tar, but T-H-A-R instead of T-A... Wait. Instead of T-A-H-R. That's hard to say. They look similar. Make him aggressive how the lions used to be? I like barely remember how lions were. If it's a palace cat, I don't know if I could shoot it. They are very fluffy. From the one picture I looked at. Anything can be hunted if you have enough money. You're generally very correct. There's probably a few things, but yeah, that's very true. You could also get black buck and nilgai. A couple of people have mentioned nilgai to me. I haven't seen that one like circulating around the community as much. Maybe they're just not as hype of a species. But I have heard and seen people talking about them in relation to like the Himalayas and stuff. That'd be cool. Beanbagger, thank you for the super chat as well. What do you think the next map will be? I feel like EW might be running out of new maps to make without reoccurring species. Well, Africa is always an option. Another Africa map has almost endless possibilities for what they could add. This finally does check off like the big open space as far as an Asia map. Wherever in the Himalaya, you know, wherever they placed it exactly. I still like the idea of Greenland, but there will be some recurring species there. They could do, other than Africa, and let's not do another North America map, although I wouldn't hate it. They could do another South America map probably, but again, there'd be some recurring species there. Marco Polo Ram would be insane. I believe... Did we confirm they're not in the Himalayas, but Argali are, I think? I think we've already talked about that. I want Marco Polo sheep in this game so bad. But I don't think it's going to happen for this map. Yeah, Bushwhacker just said it there. Sahara map when? Hey, sign me up. I'd be all for it. I think JT... Now, from what Jaxy said, it sounds like Africa 2 would be their endgame map. But I think a Texas Game Ranch should be the endgame map. Like how you said, you could put like anything on it. Anything they ever wanted to add to a map and couldn't for some reason, throw it on a Texas Game Ranch, call it good. Do you think it's possible that we're getting lion great ones and that's why there was a roar? I wouldn't completely rule that out. That would be an interesting connection. Unless it would be like the Asiatic lions that people have talked about. It would be weird to do like maybe a roar of a species that's actually not on that map. Are there ibex in Nepal? Somebody said some type of ibex, yeah. Vurhonga is just a goofy, unrealistic map? In what way? I think there's parts of it that aren't realistic, but I'm curious what you mean. They could have used the roar to troll us? I was saying earlier, I think EW is really good at expectation management. They've kind of screwed that up at times. They have done things that have led the community towards a direction that ultimately wasn't what was happening. The biggest example I can think of is the Rocky gloves. So, for Silver Ridge Peaks, they had like Rocky Balboa's gloves hanging from one of the lookouts in Leighton Lakes. It was about a 50-50 split. Half the community said, oh, Rocky, it's going to the Rockies, duh. The other 50% said, like, boxing, kangaroos, we're getting Australia, duh. Like, really convinced, it's like so obvious. 50-50 split, and obviously half the community was disappointed. So, I feel like they do a really good job of not misleading people now. I doubt they would do something just to mess with us. I just want to hunt in some snowy mountain caps. Same, though. You see those images from today? I'll do the full-size one for now. Does that not look amazing? Like, stalking a snow leopard, or like whatever would possibly live up there. Blue sheep we talked about. I almost said stone sheep. They're stones, but not stone sheep. It would be so cool. Could the new great one be a liger? Ooh. I like that. Because that's effectively, well, it doesn't fit perfectly, but you could almost do like a lion grind or a tiger grind, and your great one is the liger at the end. It's not like super realistic, but I don't hate it. Vurhonga's the only map without a great one? Somebody said that not terribly long ago, and I hadn't realized that. That is kind of crazy. They should add stone sheep to Alaska? I would like that. Liger can't reproduce? I believe you're correct. Mixing a tiger and a lion in nature is just not going to happen? Yeah, my thought would be some kind of like escape thing. Escaped and then assumed dead and then it comes back up. Something like that. Messing with the community after the first ever year-long map break would be a wild move. Just the thought of that, like, you would have to be so confident in what you're about to release to do something like that. Got us thinking it's tigers and snow leopards and stuff like that. It's actually like, actually, how about New England 2? Enjoy. They should add Gorl. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. What do you think about sloth bear? I'm in favor of like anything like that. Any kind of bear species or anything like that, I think it'd be pretty cool. They're not like the first thing I think of when I think of the area, but it's an additional option for a new species. I'd like it. New England 2.0, please. Watch it be Iowa or something. Oh no. Please no. What'd you do, Sue? We just get Munchak as the one new species? Oh, God. Yeah, it's actually African lions, and those snow leopard-looking things are actually lynx. That'd be very rude. Let me see if I can find that sausage dog. I missed it. As a South African, Vurhonga just feels off and unrealistic. It's basically just an island and doesn't feel like Africa. That's fair. I can't even read that. Jedit, is that what that says? Thank you for subscribing. We also have Paul subscribing as well. Thank you, man. Good to have you here. I'll map be like the farmer. Yeah, maybe that's best left to farming sim. So the Virunga thing, I haven't been there. As far as the hunting experience, though, I do think they do a decent job of it. Like, Tikkaman Plains and Wade Hunter, I feel like, is not nearly as... It doesn't feel immersive. Like, I feel like I'm not actually in Africa, even though the species are better. Ragnar's from South Africa and absolutely hates Virunga. I can understand that. Completely inaccurate. So, like... If you are from South Africa, I guess please understand I'm not trying to say, like, that they should do this. But I can see why making a map in a destination for a lot of foreigners, making it maybe more on the fun side and less on the accurate side, is the reasonable thing to do. But if it's completely inaccurate, then maybe that's not the best. We're over 500. Holy, welcome on in, guys. What's everybody thinking? You love snow maps and hunting games? Same, which is why I had to come to Medved, given the hint today. I saw... So I was like literally recording Classic and they posted this image. And like I looked at... They had that tweet that was like, there is no cat. And I'm like, it's an interesting thing to say. And I saw this one first. And as soon as I realized there was something in it, that's when the gears started spinning. Type that to drop to 505. They don't like Escape Flow. It's okay. Virunga is an island. It is. That's true. Yeah, definitely, Sue. Want more maps like Virunga, not like Rancho? It has to be more underbrush. The open desert is fun. I like Virunga a lot. I think one of the reasons Virunga is very popular is you do see a lot of animals. There's something in it? Wait, I can't tell if you're serious or not. The one in the bush is real, though? What do you mean is real? That one? This one I feel like gives you a way better look. However, I kind of think this is a better... Like, you see, like, you see the shoulder muscles, you can see the back, you can see, like, the cheekbones almost. I think this one shows it really well. They're all tigers, or they were tigers, so whatever, one of the two. How would you feel about them adding new species to old maps for content updates? Like the backfills they've done? I think things like Pronghorn to Rancho, Merriam Turkey to Layton, that kind of stuff is fantastic. I saw it on my phone out in the sun. Oh yeah. Well, so I looked at it first. When I first saw it, I thought it was just a picture of the map. When I read their caption and they tagged that there is no cat account, if you don't know what it's like, it's a account that posts pictures where a cat is like really well camouflaged. And as soon as I realized that's what they were doing, I'm like, oh my god, there's something. I started zooming in and scrolling around. And then like I said, I found that one on my own. I found this one just zooming in. I started to get ready to record, and Kyla said that people were seeing this one. And also, a lot of people were saying that first one is a rock. I don't know how that's not a rock, but, yeah. It's, they did a pretty decent job of hiding them, but obviously they wanted it to be found. Bighorn to Layton? You know, the mountains are pretty uninhabited. The upper one is a rock they confirmed in Twitter. Well, they wouldn't. That's not a rock, but they wouldn't tell us what it is. Like, everybody that's the joke. That same account does the same thing. That, there is no cat. People will say, like, there's clearly a cat here, and they'll be like, no, that's the carpet, or whatever. That's part of the joke. First one's a tiger? Which one? Do you reckon NEW will ever add another species in the game without a map? Great question. No, probably not. I think if they didn't do Tar to Te Awaroa back in the day, I think if they didn't do even water buffalo to Emerald Coast, that's not even a new species. But that or dingoes, a lot of people wanted. I think if we, like, in a year, if we didn't get a species backfilled onto a map, I don't think they're going to do it again. Does that mean they I mean, you know, next thing you know, this year we'll see one. But to me, it doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean, they did Euro Rabbits? When was that? I remember it happening, but I do not have a clue when they came out. Right before Tay, maybe? Springbuck, Gensbuck, and Lesser Kudu aren't found together in any place on Earth? Well, that aspect of unrealistic, like, map making, whatever, I'm totally fine with. I said the same thing in relation to this next map that's coming out. I'd prefer that they just call it, like, a Himalayas map, as opposed to this map's in Nepal, or this map's in India, or wherever they may want to do it. Because it's a fictional place. It allows them to maybe add things from two areas that actually aren't found together and put them on the same map. I think it makes for a better playing experience if there's more species, even if they don't perfectly coexist. I will give you that, though. I think Impala are cooler. One of the reasons that I really like Springbuck is because they kind of look like Impala and also Pronghorn. Neither were in the game, so, you know, took to liking them. Hope Blackbuck and Sandbar on the new map. I want Blackbuck especially. I want Blackbuck. I don't care about Sandbar. I do like the Sandbar in Call of the Wild. The big ones I do generally think are impressive. But I can't help but every time I see them think they should be so much bigger. Look at the Sandbar in even Classic, but especially look at the Sandbar in Way of the Hunter. That's what a big Sandbar should look like. I feel like the ones we have now aren't good enough. Nepal has Himalayan part? That's what I mean, yeah. Like, I think I might be hypercritical, but as a licensed professional hunter in South Africa, I prefer a bit more realism. That's fair. That's totally fair. I generally like more realism in games. That's why I'm big into the Hunter Classic and stuff. I think the direction the Call of the Wild goes, generally being, you know, maybe a little bit more liberal, that kind of stuff, being more, you know, taking more creative liberties, let's say. I think that's the reason Call of the Wild's as popular as it is. You know what I want most in the new map? No bugs. Well, I was kind of hoping for, like, giant mosquitoes or something we could hunt. It's that time of year. That's why you're running through the snow gunning? Wait, what is? What deer species would you like to hunt in Thunder Baton? Well, I said we. Me, anyway, maybe all you guys knew about it. Just learned about swamp deer or Barasinga? Or I forget what you guys said. Swamp deer. Apparently those are in, like, the Himalayas, so, like, give me those. They look amazing. I've always thought they were cool. Dee said you and other YouTubers were clickbait. Yeah, I'm known for clickbaiting. I always make sure to put as many things that aren't in the video in my thumbnail. Barracuda? That's the one, yeah. I love those deer. Need a map with capybara? No capybara? Sorry. That was bad. No bossing say? Nice. We watched, what even is it? Like the full, Avatar The Last Airbender, like, Netflix series thing. I watched the anime as a kid, but I thought they did a really good job with that show. Clickbait master? That's me. Says the guy who enlarges the racks on his thumbnails. So I find this interesting. I guess you could say that's clickbait or whatever, but when I look at it, like, the one thing that I think is, like, is very consistent throughout his thumbnails, it kind of is his style in a way. Like, my style generally is, like, the fairly up-close images of whatever I shoot in the video with, a lot of times I'll have the Call of the Wild logo, like the orange text. I would say my style is fairly unique. In that way, with, like, the larger racks and stuff, at least when you see that, you know it's a DD thumbnail. Like, everybody kind of has their own thing. I don't mind him just always having the same type of thing. Said I was clickbaiting about the tiger? He has a stone sheep on one of his thumbnails. What's he mean? There's actually a roar in the... Whatever. It doesn't matter. Level 3 mule deer? Holy... Everyone loves a big rack, though? I mean, that's... Yeah, you can't fault him for that. Especially enlarging the rack on his IRL 180. Wait, are you talking about me or not? Just got my great one red deer today. There you go. Which map did you grind on? It's not an anime. It's not Japanese. I don't know how it works. Oh, Lord. Literally has leopards in his thumbnails talking about the new map. Yeah, I don't quite understand. I'll assume that your quote is accurate. I'm not quite... Maybe he means something else? I don't quite understand what he means by that, but it's... Like I said, it doesn't matter. The horribly photoshopped antlers completely at a different angle. I do wonder about the angle thing. I wonder if that is on purpose to like help, you know, make some contrast, draw some eyes. I've always wondered about that. Expansive Worlds really makes teasers and next map clues very hype. This year, this release is so much more than they have ever done as far as like releases and like hints and stuff go. Like in the last, let's just say in the last week, how many? I have like 12 videos or something crazy, and a bunch of them are teaser related. You have to scroll down like 3 rows to get to a video a week old. 11 videos last week. They knew with making us wait a year for a new map that we needed something big. I was hopeful going back, you know, to... When did we find out? November? October, November? That we weren't going to have a map in like the winter release time slot they typically do? I began to hope all the way back then. Did I just vertebrae shot that one too? Might have been long. Anyway, I began to hope all the way back then that they would have that in mind. Like, this one better be big if we're going to make him wait a year. And what we're seeing here, they might have been thinking that way. They should combine the hunter and the angler? Well, they can't simply just combine. Like, I think I know what you're saying. I don't assume you mean just combine the 2 games, because obviously that's not possible. Different engines, different art styles, all that kind of stuff. I think the reason they didn't do it was because they had to do like all the mechanics, all the animations, all that stuff from the ground up. And also, any of the existing lakes in the game generally are only a couple of feet deep. To add your lake trout or your carp, any of the bottom fishing things they've done, it would have required a new map anyway. I think they were better off building a separate game for fishing. As much as I'd love to be able to do both in this game. I played, what was that one called? I did it on, well, Alaskan Avengers had it. But there's another, oh my god, come on brain. A Cabela's game. Is it just Outdoor Adventures? That's the one. It has fishing and hunting. I loved it. It's one of my favorite all-time games. But I think without the Hunter Call of the Wild being designed to have fishing later on, it just never made sense. A Trapper Call of the Trapper? That could be multiple things. Who wants to download 100 extra gigabytes even though you don't care about hunting or fishing? That's a thing too. Yeah. There's a lot of people, I'm sure, that play the Angler that do not have any interest in pulling the trigger on anything ever, and there's probably a lot of people that play the Hunter that don't really care to fish. Are you excited for the new trailer? I am both excited and worried about how busy I'm going to be, because the trailer is going to come out. I'm sure EW is going to show something on their stream. I don't know that I'm going to bother releasing like a regular hunt tomorrow. I think I'm going to do like, talk about the trailer, talk about opinions, potential, whatever they show, like talk about all that kind of stuff, and then some kind of recap of the stream, and then maybe combine the two for another video to be like, okay, here's what we know in total. We'll see, depends on how much stuff's there. Hey, Christian. So we might actually see elephant in this map. I think it is possible. I'm not holding my breath for it because, again, like, they have said African elephants, they're so big, like, the engine can't handle that stuff, but I don't want to completely write it off till we find out. Oh boy, how should I grind for coyotes? Probably Rancho? I don't have a great answer for that. I don't know. We do not need elephants? We don't need them, but they would be cool. The angler needs a trophy lodge, I'll give you that. Will the trailer release before the live stream? So the trailer should be at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. The live streams, I think, are at noon Eastern, so there should be about 3 hours. Maybe they'll do a longer stream. Maybe they'll start a little bit earlier. I don't know, but my intention is to be wide awake by the time that trailer drops so we can get right into it, get that video out, and then prepare for the stream. Level with us, did you give them input on this map? No. Why would they ask for my opinion? Hey, we're making a map in a place you've never been. What do you think? If it was a Pennsylvania map, they better ask me. I don't get why such exotic animals, though, more like the poacher than the hunter. I wouldn't say that necessarily. Like, it's a hunting game at the end of the day. And I think a lot of people, you know, at least to some degree, have some kind of dream of, you know, hunting lions or elephants or whatever in Africa. You know, a lot of people, let's say in North America, want to go on, like, call it exotic hunts. Now, a lot of people go to Texas ranches for that kind of stuff, that's a thing. But as far as the authentic experience, you have a lot of people that want to do that kind of stuff. And then there's the extreme end of it. Things that are endangered, things that maybe can't even be hunted. I think in a game, like at some stage, tens or hundreds of years ago, I'm sure pretty much every animal ever was hunted to some point. I'm perfectly fine with being able to hunt whatever in a hunting game, at least, you know, within reason. There's probably some things that don't make any sense. It's the first big muster I've seen in a while. Flinter for a community manager? I don't know how good I'd be able to handle that. Because, like, I guess I would have to show. Well, whatever. I don't care if they make me show my face, but I'm pretty close with both JaxyBeard and TK, and I've seen like when something bad happens in Expansive Worlds, it is effectively your job as community manager to be an insult sponge. Like I have seen with bad releases, Jaxy and TK both get like just lambasted for something they didn't do. You know, they didn't make the map, right? But that's part of the job. You have to, you know, try to like damage control stuff. I'm just not good at that. That wouldn't be. I would love to have some kind of, you know, role within, I guess, game development as a whole if they ever ask me. But I don't think community manager would be what I could do. Just not your personal taste? Yeah, that's completely fine. Like I totally get that. I know I saw another 14 to 17. Oh, was it that female? Dang it. Thought there was another big one. Is the announcement trailer a video or a live stream? Or a video, if you'd like to be, I don't know, Mater from Cars. It is a premiere, which is effectively a video that has a live chat like you're typing in right now. If you've never seen a YouTube premiere, that's all it is. Far Cry 4 has Cloud Leopards, do they? That's cool. I think I own 5. I don't own 4. I probably won't buy it just for that. You want to know a community manager that's a literal punching bag? Is that Clint? Is that who that is, JTAC, for Madden? Tried a cape in for Hunga with a 22 like 100 times. Made sure it did not die. Friend found and screamed. Wait, what? Oh, shot it right in the spinal cord. Can the female score diamond? Musk deer? No, they don't have a score. Their score technically is like their tusks, and female musk deer don't have tusks. Is it a repeating vid that people can live chat on? It won't repeat. Yeah, I don't know how long the chat stays. It doesn't stay forever. Like, if I go to the Meat Hunters channel here, all of our episodes in 2021, but my Big Buck video, for instance, was a premiere. I think if you go there now, there's no evidence that it was a premiere. This was quite some time ago now. Oh yeah, there's a chat replay. You can see the chat then. Let's see what the last chat was. Nothing's loading. Maybe it doesn't actually work. Live chat replay. Oh, it does work. The last message. There's Kyla saying, look at that stud. She is clearly talking about me and not the deer. I think that's the last one. Anyway, unimportant. Distracted things. Dream trophy? In game? I'd want something that could go in like a multi-mount. I really want another albino diamond moose because, you know, that's one of the things like this channel is most known for. Maybe that. What should your community manager campaign slogan be? Stoop 2024, not too hot, not too cold, just right. How about you jump on the map without revealing the species to yourself? Wait, what? Jimmy the albino moose, that was his name. I don't think we named him, but that's fine. We can make it that. Hear me out, an albino diamond tiger? This is probably a dumb question. Can tigers even be albino? They probably can. Running on a Goldilocks platform? Exactly. How did consecutive harvest score work on the old scoring system? Not well. What was supposed to happen was, if you didn't harvest an animal, so, like, for instance, I wish there was something here. Pretend that rock is a moose. I shoot the moose, right? Oh no, I hit him in the guts. And he ran, you know, half a kilometer. And I'm not going to bother tracking him because I don't feel like it. I think what was supposed to happen was, if you fast traveled, or if you closed the game and started fresh, it would reset your consecutive harvest bonus back to 0. Now, back in those days, the bonuses all affected the actual score of the animal. Back then, you know, the score could go up to 1,000. Each bonus is worth, I guess, like 1/6, basically, of the total possible score. David, thank you for subscribing, by the way. And anyway, at one point, you had to kill 5 animals to max your consecutive harvest bonus. It was later moved down to 3. And yeah, generally, it just sort of messed up people's diamonds more than did anything, like, useful for the game, but be that as it may. I still miss quick kill, though. In the teaser trailer, I think you can see what is stalking the deer at 4 seconds on the left side of the screen. I feel like I looked at it pretty closely, but you're still going to get me to go look again. At 4 seconds. Can I put a... Well, if I can find it, I'll put a screen cap up. Oh. No, I think that's another muntjac. I see what you're talking about. Hang on. Let me just stare at the ground for you guys. Screen cap. Where is it? There we go. Okay. See this right here? That's what he's talking about. I'm going to slow-mo this. I'm going to slow-mo this. And we'll watch. I think that's a feeding muntjac. We don't see it again, huh? I can almost believe this is like a tiger tail, but I think... No, it's not connected to it. I think it's a muntjac. Don't go to the light! Anyway. Trash that so it's not double hard on the hardware, and away we go. Riveting gameplay. Would you ever do a classic stream on YouTube? I might do one later tonight. We shall see. My kind of current plan is... What time is it? It's 4:30. We're probably going to stream till like 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock. Fortunately, my dad did like a deer roast on the smoker yesterday, and we have like leftovers from that, so I'm not gonna have to worry about like smoking anything. So leftovers for dinner it is. Point being, we can wrap up the stream, have dinner, chill for a while, and then I might do a stream. Literally all I need for that Scavengers Day event is the whitetail shed, and I can't find it. I spent like 3 hours today because I was making that snow leopard hint video. But anyway, yeah, I'm thinking I might just stream trying to find it because I'm going to be looking for it anyway. Hey, Ender, congrats on all the crazy luck you've been having lately. Mel's in here as well. Welcome on in. Did you get a video out on the thing? Frame by frame analysis? Indeed. Do content creators get the map a week early or a weekend earlier? Usually, I guess it's about a week early. I was trying to remember how it normally works. I think typically what happens is, like, let's say the release is gonna, I think I said June 25th is a Tuesday in June. Let's pretend the map's gonna come out June 25th. I'd say typically we get access to the map something like the 18th, about a week ahead of time. We'd get 3 or 4 days to record content or unlock the map or whatever. Usually 3 or 4 days to release content after that. So like maybe we can start releasing content around the 21st or whatever, and then the map comes out that Tuesday. I want to make very clear again, this is not a schedule, this is nothing confirmed, this is an example of what typically happens. Kyla's hitting me. I gave her high fives and I hope you guys heard that. Fun fact, deer see orange as green. I have seen that, yeah. Like not a lime green really, but sort of a light colored green. I literally just woke up. Sense make. Nothing to do with the new map, but do you need a DLC for green-winged teal decoys? I think you would either need Mississippi Acres or New England, I'm pretty sure. What's going on, Mick? Thank you for the super chat, I really appreciate that. I don't know, does it show in you guys' chat 2 different, like, countdown little timers for the super chat on the top? It does for me. Anyway, 100% Tigers and Still Leopards coming. Mick puts $10 on it. Well, if Mick says so, then I'm gonna believe it. Also because I want to believe it. Doesn't take much to really convince me. I have Mississippi, but the decoys aren't showing up in the store. Do they... Is it the Eurasian teal? Does anybody know, do the Eurasian teal decoys actually work? It might be that, because they're almost the exact same thing. I wonder if you need those decoys. Still trying to spot the leopard in the pic? If you would like to make it easier on yourself, I show both spots in the video and zoom in on it so it, like, you watch the image zoom in so you can see what direction to look. Burb! Sorry. Spot the leopard. Heh, because spots, I get it. Try to put them down, but it doesn't work. This isn't really going to help you necessarily if you, like, determine if there's going to be a DLC, but I'll at least look. I'll make sure decoys for the green-wing teal specifically do exist. Holy calls. Eurasian teal? I didn't miss him, did I? Okay, unless... It says that only affects Eurasian teal. Maybe I just don't own... But I killed those rares. I had to have bought some. Nah, they exist. I'm gonna assume then it must only be in the New England DLC? I don't know why that would be the case. You know it's a good update if I'm excited, or like if merely you show up, if you're around and know it's gotta be good. How's it going, by the way? When did you say the trailer is for the map? 9 AM Eastern tomorrow, so in like 12... 16 and a half hours, something like that. The geese were bar-headed geese? They don't look like bar-headed geese to me. They look like greylags. Like bar-headed geese are pretty white. The geese in the trailer are more of like a brownish color. How many days are in each age cycle? So 3 in-game days will pass 1 in-game year. Oh, what a great shot that was. Right in the hip. Duck and Cover DLC? I thought that only had Mallard. I don't... Maybe they've changed it. They should add beavers. I think we should be able to hunt beavers because of all the destruction they've done to all of our maps. Look at this. Lovely... insanity. Greylags and bar-headed geese. I wouldn't mind that. Any tips for grinding springbuck? They're tough since they don't drink. I would probably try to find some easy to access feed zones and go from there. You see the cat? So just for the sake of your video, there are 2. Oh, you shut her? Cheater! If you had to pick one DLC map to buy, oh boy, one DLC map? Trying to think of what would kind of give you the access to the most stuff. Yukon was like the best pick because it would give you the 300 canning magnum and it was that good. If you have DLC weapons, the fact that you can get the, there is one on the ridge, yeah, Mel. The fact that you can get the 300 AR now kind of makes the Yukon part less important. If it were just for the values of the map itself, I would probably say Virunga or Reventuli Coast. If you like big game or Africa species, I would go to Virunga. If you like small game and shotguns, Reventuli Coast. I would love if we got the nil guy on the map. They're cool. I think that'd be pretty neat. Now, the one thing, like, I think about, and to be fair, I have a very limited frame of reference. I think about literally the one nil guy I've ever seen on film in my life. That's the one that Steve Ranella shot. There's very little variance in, like, the size of the horns and stuff. You know, a huge nil guy and a tiny nil guy. There's not a big, like, you know, if you saw one in the distance, you wouldn't, without binoculars, you wouldn't be able to go, oh, big male. You know what I mean? So it might not be as, like, cool in that sense. I still think they're such a cool species. Could they have true beards? Could that be a thing? Like they have those turkey beard looking things? Soup does have undying wisdom around here. They can also be piebald. What's that? No guy? We need trucks in the Hunter Call of the Wild. There's that one on Rancho. I don't know, like, sort of like the Jeeps, right? In the way the Hunter, it would just be a thing for transportation, maybe some storage. I'd be cool with it. When I did, I think I've done this maybe once or twice. When I did the fishing in the Rockies and hunting in the Rockies video, so it was like hunting SRP and then fishing Golden Ridge Reserve. I think I said, like, go back to the truck, switch our fishing gear for hunting gear, or vice versa. If I could have actually gone, like, to a truck, that would have been cool. Nilgai and Tigers should be class 9? How big are Nilgai? Nilgai. Males weigh up to 635 pounds. That could, yeah, 8 or 9. I mean, moose go to like 1,200 pounds. 1,300, I think. Oop. Hope you guys enjoy Kyla's Taylor Swift concert over there. Doesn't even know I said that. Blue sheep would also be a good addition. Yeah, I think they look pretty cool. I know Dee Dee had one on one of his thumbnails. I thought that looked neat. I feel like they'd fit. Should do a calendar called Hot Soup. Oh my. Would put Nilgai more 7 to 8. The only reason that I said like 9 works is because we have lions. They feel like an 8 to me, but Gemsbuck are right about the same. They're a 7 now. No, they're a 6, aren't they? They must be. I just want ATVs that won't drive like you're on ice. You know, that wouldn't be a bad thing if the ATVs worked. Minimum caliber for Nilgai would be a 300. Or what Steve shot his with. Have to add Flinter's face on the May page? Wait, why? I don't get it. They are 6 because you cannot shoot him with the 300. Alright, well this has gone 2 different directions. What's going on, Barrett? Isn't there a bear species? Sloth bears? I shall eat this ice cream, then make a short video. No. Do it in the other order.
Stop it.
I didn't eat breakfast before I recorded. That's not true. I had coffee. You should go Gensbuck hunting soon. I'm gonna, probably Friday on the Twitch stream, we'll do a Gensbuck grind. I wanted to stick with like hunting a snow map today. We might go to Yukon briefly because there's snow there too. Imagine horses, you could ride them slower than an ATV but have much smaller spook radius. So people have been asking for horses for a long time, and I do think that'd be pretty neat. I worry that like, because the obvious thing about ATVs is they're effectively just a way to travel fast. You can't really hunt with them because everything in render spooks, and I kind of think that's a good way to do it. Because what horses would effectively be is a complete pay to win. Like, you're going to be able to move faster and not spook everything. Like, you'll actually spot animals that haven't spooked yet, in theory. I don't know how that's best balanced. If they can balance it, then I'm all for it. I really do think it'd be cool. Deer Hunter 2005 had horses. I thought it was awesome. I loved, like, having a horse, being able to ride around. You know, if you took a horse up into the Rockies for, like, a elk hunt or a cougar hunt or whatever, an SRP, that'd be really cool. So I'm not against it. I'm just worried of, like, the perception and stuff. We need dirt bikes. We need them, like, battery-powered silent bikes. I don't know what companies make those, but I want them to sponsor me. I am not paying for one, but if they'd sponsor me, I'll tell you how cool they are. Wish there was a better engine for this game, so many limits. Yeah, I mean, you know, as far as hunting games go, this is about as, like, expansive as a hunting game gets. But, you know, could it be better? Sure. Remy Warren is in SRP. That's true. I was hoping, because I know him and Steve Ranella are pretty good friends, but people have said Steve is pretty, like, anti-video games, so I doubt he would be a part of it, but I was hoping maybe they could make that connection. They would, like, Meat Eater is, like, the biggest hunting show, I think, in any media now, I'm pretty sure. That obviously could bring in a big audience for the game, but, you know. Whole lot of nothing. I think there's musk deer down here. This is the lake Tyler got her great one moose at. Or at least where she spotted it. I don't know where she killed it. Meat Hunters was way big. Well, there was that, you know, goofy looking kid that shot the 180. At that point, they were the biggest in the world, but he can't hunt anymore from what I hear, so, you know, they've dropped off. What happened to ultimate hunting? Not a whole lot, unfortunately. Every time somebody asks, I go and look in their Discord just to make sure, but there hasn't been any posts as far as, like, their social news in 6 months. Now, that little trailer they posted, oops, that I'm playing audio of right now, it looks amazing, but the fact that we haven't heard anything in 6 months is not exactly encouraging. Wait, you shot a 180 buck? Well, why don't I just show you? Wow. Hey, no, they changed guns buck. They didn't even go from 7 to 6. They went from 8 to 6. It was a drastic change. I liked shooting them with the 300. I thought that was realistic. That was some 14-year-old? You're right. If they brought horses to the game, I'd do my first ever restart on my main account and open every single map on the back of a horse. They should allow you to shoot stuff from horseback, too. You doing alright back there, Shadow? What was that sound? It's really not that warm in here. Are you surprised the snow leopards are going to be added, seeing as they are critically endangered? Assuming that's a snow leopard, when I say I'm surprised, I don't know. When people were talking about, like, the map potentially being Nepal or India or whatever, I was saying at the time, like, there's a lot of stuff that's endangered there, and I wasn't sure if EW would do it. So I guess I sort of am surprised, but in the context of the last week or so, less surprised, because even the thought of adding tigers, which is the general consensus as far as that roar from the teaser, if they were going to add tigers, I don't think it's a big leap to go to snow leopards. Alright, let's go to Yukon for a little bit. Hopefully it'll snow. It probably won't. Are we sure we can actually shoot the snow leopards? There's no way they would do that. Do you know how mad people would be if they added snow leopards and didn't let you shoot them?
Imagine it'd be like the reindeer for the story mission where you could...
The Nenet reindeer or whatever? Well, the funny thing is you could shoot those.
Wow.
Somebody had a level 5, like a diamond, show up in that herd. And the way to do it is you got to get far enough away, use 0 for like 75 and aim high. And so long as you're aiming above it, you can kill them, you can claim them, it works perfectly fine. It's a lovely little way of, you know, completely killing the entire point of the story. I still like the idea of not being able to shoot them till they go aggressive. I mean, that's sort of like what they did with polar bears in Classic for a time. Oh, hey, there's snow. I didn't even pay attention. Good. It won't last, but, you know, that's what it is. Remember when there were rabbits that weren't huntable? Well, you could shoot them, you couldn't claim them. There were rabbits, there were squirrels, there were weasels on Medved. I think if you go up to like the tallest mountains on Layton, there's still some rabbits and squirrels. I'm pretty sure. I don't think they removed them from the map. I think they removed them from the general playable area. Somebody found, and this was years ago, but somebody found some up there. What if 2 great ones? We've waited a year not only between maps, but between great ones. Would I completely love that? You know, like, I'm not the most proficient great one grinder. It would probably take me another, you know, several years to get 2 great ones if they had them side by side. But I do think, like, having things to do would be good. So I wouldn't mind if they did that. Do I think they will? Probably not, but maybe. The squirrels, weasels, and rabbits were on the survey last year. Were they? I missed that. I feel like they always release surveys when I'm hunting in another state. Mick, thank you for the super chat again, by the way. Really do appreciate the support. In my opinion, EW should take 10 to 50% of the sales of this DLC and donate it to help conserve the species IRL. I feel like that's a good way to make peace. I also feel like that's a great way to make sales. You know what I mean? Like, if there's somebody that's on the fence about buying the map, especially if the concept is, I don't know, like, shooting snow leopards, they're critically endangered. I just can't get behind. Oh, like $1 of my money is gonna actually go to help snow leopards in real life? Count me in. Like, it seems like a win-win. Great one's gonna be Siberian tiger on Medved. Oh boy. That would be a non-base game species, but that would be out of left field. Great one beaver confirmed. There you go. Maybe if the horse spooks when you're near a predator, it'll throw you off. Little Red Dead vibe there. I always hated that. Amount of times I died to wolves because my horse yeeted me. Base map great one and DLC great one. That actually isn't too far-fetched. Because that sort of lets everybody get in on the fun. Again, like, do they have in a year? Probably they do. Like, have the ability to make that happen? Would they release them at the same time, or would they have done one, you know, last November with the Retriever? I don't know. A wolf, you say? Wait, what? Oh, they're chasing. Oh, whoa, hello there. There's also an egg white. Oh my god. What's going on? Oi! Stop! Hey, stop playing my stream back to me. I don't like it. I don't want to hear my voice. I'm trying to do... Okay. He's alert. 38 to 40 is the exact same estimate as that Iberian wolf from yesterday. I really don't like that he's facing that way. Legendary mythical egg white. Yeah, it's a pretty good pack. Pretty good pack. I'm not going to take that. Okay, they're going to immediately start chasing again? Maybe I should have taken that shot. That angle has screwed me up more than a time or two. They may know we're here because of the bad wind. I think we're going to get him to stop. This should be a much better... Oh, he calmed back down. Well, if you're going to keep on coming this way, like, I'm not going to push this too much. All right, there we go. This should be a way better opportunity. Okay, got him. Where's the egg white? It's a level 3 female, so I'll just make that shot on the move if she offers such a thing. She is right there. It's a pretty looking wolf. Oh, that should be smoked. One more for good measure. I literally just said that I miss red, brown, and egg whites being uncommon when we were on Medved and that pack attacked me. We get to see a little actual rare egg white. I do like that they're rare, that makes them more special, but I miss there being variety in the packs. Diamond or troll? That is the question. Like I said, is the Same estimate as our Iberian wolf troll. I always like that, you know, you get an estimate that goes up to 40, there's a chance of the max score. 39.12. Troll. 39.9, Soup says. Let's find out. That's the, like, smallest troll. 38.82. Good thing there was a rare in that pack to make it a little less sag. Really, really unfortunate our last 2 legendary wolves have trolled us now. That was the size of like a big mythical. Kind of sad that it's only gray now, and then like dark gray is a rare for some reason. Egg whites though. Like again, I like that this is rare. We just need other uncommons, I think. Because that, like I said, that is a pretty looking wolf. Look at it. It was, it had like the aggressive, posturing, I guess, even though it was fleeing. Maybe use that for a thumbnail. Even this harbor screen doesn't quite look as good as the 3D Trophy Lodge screenshots. I don't really have a good reason to tax it, but they look so darn good. I'm gonna do it anyway. We need a big, like, I have a diamond red brown. A diamond egg white would be amazing. What makes it egg white? I do wonder why they named it that. Like, I get that it has to be separate from albino, but I guess it's not leucistic. I guess it is just a white wolf. It is a weird name color. Mine was a troll. It was 0.1 off a diamond. What was the one? I think the Iberian wolf was 38.98 or something. This one was 8.2 or something terrible. I think a rework or engine upgrade doesn't take as long as a new game with the same amount of content. If you upgrade the engine, wouldn't you then have to, like, almost like, not redo, but I guess, port the content to the new engine? I think so. Because eggs, well, I can't deal with egg white and red brown being rare. They don't feel special because they used to be uncommon. Almost anything in the game, hello, almost anything in the game that's ever had that status feels that way to me. Diamond black buck, diamond axis steer, because they were a dime a dozen back in the day. Even still getting diamonds now, I don't feel like that's as special. What else? Kind of diamond cinnamon teal, although I just don't care about them still, really. Apex engine is not an easy one to just upgrade. This is an Unreal engine. I am not smart enough to understand why that would be, but I'm going to take your word for it. Light gray. Oh, bison. Did they go into the dead forest or out of? This is in. I guess we'll follow it. Blue bobcats. I never killed enough of them to, like, if I kill a blue now, I got one right when Retrievers came out, I think. That I still felt was special. That one, for whatever reason, that doesn't hit me as in the same way, like, even as the wolves do. Like, if that same wolf, that, I do think they're rare, but not as rare as albino, but let's just say for the sake of it, if that same wolf we just killed was albino, I'm not so sure I'd take that shot on the move. Like, I consider albinos more special. I do think they're more rare, but the point kind of remains. We've had enough egg whites before, like, I'm not gonna freak out over it and take forever to get it. There should be a pumpkin fur color. That's what pumpkin seeds are for. Pumpkin! Ochre colored peccary? Are they rare now? Yeah, now that you say that, I haven't seen one in forever. Fabled pumpkin. Bobcats have a blue fur coat? Yeah, both Mexican bobcats and the ones on New England. There is a blue. It's more of like a silvery tone, but yeah, it's called blue. Where are these things? Some moose down there. Diamond bighorn, nice. I think it was right when my wolves were coming out, but I think I saw something about the level 5 that you had spotted. I don't like when they change rares around. There's probably times where it makes sense or is warranted, but the big shift with Reventuli, I'm not so sure it made things better. Things like, and this wasn't Reventuli, this is before Reventuli, but things like the dark gray wolf being rare for like no apparent reason is so dumb. And what sucks is like, most people probably aren't even going to realize it when they get one. So they're not even going to tax it. And it's because it doesn't look rare. And it's never been, or well, not never, but it wasn't rare for a period of time. So people that have played for a long time might not even think about it. Like, I just wish either it would stand out more. That'd be one thing. If it was called, like, even if it was just called dark and it was more of like a, not a melanistic wolf, but some like black colors, kind of like the ones they have in Classic. That would be awesome. I think that'd be a way better thing. There's a lot of weird furness. Oh, good. I don't think we have to worry down here. What's your favorite DLC map? Probably Virunga. I really do like Reventuli Coast as well, but I've always loved Virunga. The only thing that, like, maybe I get more tired of Virunga now than I used to would be, like, I don't love, I miss Virunga how it was before. I miss where Cape Buffalo used to drink at, like, a lot of the lakes. Warthogs, Kudu, all these, they drink so much on the coast, and I just don't like that. I think it was better when they were at the lakes. So, I miss old Virunga a little bit, but it's still my favorite DLC map. Shoot a Diamond Caribou for me? I can try. If you got a map from Classic, wait, 2 Classic from Call of the Wild, ooh, it would probably have to be Virunga again, because, like, it would be so different than anything that exists in the game. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that would top that for me. Don't Grizzlies have a really stupid rare as well? Yeah. That, like, the normal female fur, I think can be male, and I think that's a rare. I think so. Mel will probably know that, but she's probably busy with that video, so I don't want to... It's not that important for her to run in right now. She used a good-looking caribou? Well, that one... Arguably, that's impossible. Got a gold albino kudu? There you go. I still want one. I had a real nice albino kudu, like, with legacy horns, but haven't got one with true horns. I think I've killed 2 albinos, but both small. Dark brown lions? At least you can... They stand out at least enough. They're not great, but... Not horrible. Oh, there he is. That's a nice one. I'm gonna save that shot in case we didn't get it. Brown for Grizz rare. So can you get a gray-brown female, or is it only brown male? Which male kudu could have the rare furs, like the dusky and all that? That's another one that I don't quite understand why they didn't do it. We did not get that shot, so we're gonna need a follow-up. Yeah, Packy. I think that's what we just determined. To be honest, I might have misunderstood, but I think so. They messed up Springbucks? Yeah, they were better before. Sucks. That's what I mean, like, to be fair, generally the Truax are an improvement for most things, but with Springbuck, that went backwards. The old, I would, as much as I think it's good for, like, all animals to have Truax, I would much prefer if they just reverted. Revert and, like, maybe try to do them again. Prodigy, is it Zyro? Hopefully, thank you for becoming a super shooter. I wish that YouTube wanted to play all such alerts, but nonetheless, good to have you here. Thank you for the support, and enjoy the green name and emojis. I guess we're going to shoot that absolutely puny level 4, or we would if he wasn't all the way over there. Never mind. Messed up Blacktail? I guess, yeah, like... I do kind of prefer the old Blacktail. I don't know that I would say they messed him up as much. Like, they kind of are more realistic. They're not good, but they're at least arguably more realistic. But the old Diamond Blacktail, it was such... That was an accident. It was such, like... When you saw one of those, it was hype. You see those huge antlers? It's hard to get, like, really hyped about the Diamond Blacktail now. They're just not as big. 5 medium, holy! And Any trophies? Yeah, I think just the wolves here. We were on Medved for an hour and a half, right about. Didn't kill a darn thing. We've been on Yukon for like 20 minutes. We had a legendary wolf, was like the first thing we spotted. Might have killed a female grizzly before that. And then the egg white was in the same pack. Favorite weapon pack? It's got to be the high caliber pack with the 300 AR. They should add subspecies. I've always thought they should do that too. 100% agree. Like the mule deer on Rancho should be desert mule deer, the bighorn, desert bighorn. You could do Shiras moose, you could do, I always get it backwards. Yukon moose, Siberian moose, is that the one for Russia? Medved? There's a whole bunch of different ones, and it would just add a little bit of variety. Mick, thank you for becoming a Shoesty as well. Pew pew indeed. We're moving towards being able to get another emote slot. I really wish YouTube allowed animated emotes, but I've got enough static ones for a while to be able to fill in those slots. Cows deer, please? Yeah, that realistically, because they are sort of a subspecies of whitetail, just not in the same way that like desert mule deer are a mule deer subspecies. But anyway, the whitetail on Rancho really should have been a cow's deer. You like the standout? Do you? I like the little static dog with cash emote. I had to make those myself, the static ones, because I only had the gifts. Albino mountain goat are cool. I get what you're saying about being the worst rare, because they're really hard to, like, notice. If you see them, I think it's really cool to get them. I would be willing to bet at some point, I bet you I spotted one and didn't realize it. You know, 400 meters away? Easy to happen. Cookie dough ice cream? I hope you spelled dough like that on purpose, because that's hilarious if you did. It's pronounced coos deers and coo... depends. I've heard both. I said coos deer all my life, and then I believe someone from like... Or maybe I looked it up. I'll look up the pronunciation. Randy Newberg, A Brief History. I'm not watching that. How to pronounce deer? No. Cows is technically the proper pronunciation, though most who hunt them pronounce it coos. It's one of those things where it's kind of like why I say creek on stream, even though I say crick, like around my family or whatever. I try to say it right, because inevitably I'm going to get the actually people. But yeah, coos is how I would say it, to be fair. Yeah, it was totally on purpose. I knew it. It's interesting they're releasing the trailer before the stream. I feel like that means they're going to show great ones tomorrow, to be honest. Cows are a different animal. They are, well, like an actual cow is a different animal, yeah. Crick. Forkhorn. How to pronounce deer? Yeah, there was a YouTube video, how to pronounce deer. How else could you possibly pronounce it? Unless maybe there's going to be some plural stuff in there. Sarcasm? Hey, I'm just making sure. Like I said, sometimes there's confusion. I'm making a new YouTube channel called Forkhorn Outdoors Mill. Sloth bears and tigers fight in real life? Do they really? This PA boyo says crick and not creek. Go fishing in the creek. Like I said, I say creek generally on stream, but if not for doing the YouTubes, I would say crick. I don't know where that second shot hit. It's kind of cool. There's a couple of, you know, decent little grizzlies drinking here. Got the important one anyway. Thoughts on a bighorn great one? I feel like the diamond horns are already almost too big. I wouldn't even say almost too big. I would just say they are. The curl is too much. There's a bunch of things wrong with bighorn. The horn color is wrong. They should be considerably darker than they are. The curl really isn't correct. The, oh crap. What's that called? The, it starts with an A, I think. The rings around the horns? Whatever, I can't think of the word. But really, those don't even look right. So, even though I just, like, crapped all over bighorn, that actually makes them a really good Great One candidate because they need a rework. Annually, yes, annually rings and annually rings. You're right, but I don't know how to say it. Deer is pronounced der. Actually. Anyway. What do you think other options for new maps would be? Like South America with sloths? Are sloths an anteater or something? Jaguar would be really cool, I'll give you that. I think there's still room in Africa for another map. I think Greenland could be really cool. I still want, like, Florida or something for the Grand Slam turkey mount, because it'd be a shame to do 3 of the 4. Honestly, the gray mouflon look more like bighorn than the actual bighorn. They kind of do, yeah. I bet Kyler just sits beside you and goes, actually, it's technically creek. Why were we talking yesterday at my mom and dad's Crick versus Creek came up and Kyla said something about it, but I don't remember what. I'm not wrong.
You are wrong.
Crick. Listen to a girl give a 15-minute presentation on how antelopes are not deers. That was the title of it. I did that. Some people think they are. I did that revolver heartshot challenge, all North American deer species, and a couple people told me I forgot pronghorn. And I was like, what? What do you mean? I will often, I forgot musk deer for the, what was the word I used? Not foreign. What the heck's the word? Exotic. Exotic to, like, North America. I did forget musk deer. It happens all the time, but pronghorn I did not forget. They just simply didn't fit the bill. Kyla was secretly wishing for a great one red fox. I told her that'd be an easy 8 to 9 months of content. Maybe, but they're not bad on Emerald Coast anymore. Like, if they ever did Great One Red Fox, I actually don't think that'd be a terrible grind, if they kept things as they are. Now, Red Fox have had 3 or 4 different drink times over the years, so who knows? But if it was kept as it is, I don't think it'd be that bad. Pronghorn aren't true antelope. They're a goat species, right? But yeah, they're very commonly referred to as pronghorn antelope, but that is not, like, a correct terminology or whatever. Going fishing in the creek. Downtown. Easy, really that easy? I mean, I'm not going to call it easy. That, speaking of creeks and cricks, that big long creek, a lot of fox zones there. That could be problematic for grinding's sake, but yeah, they're not bad. I don't even think New England is a horrible idea, but again, all the cricks makes it kind of problematic. Saw a post on Instagram this morning where a guy called an elk a deer, which is correct, but so many comments were like, actually, elk aren't deer. That's such a weird, because, like, I think it depends on the context. When someone says deer, they probably do mean, a whitetail or a mule deer or whatever, but they are a deer species, so yeah, like you said, not wrong. Pronghorn's closest relatives are giraffe. Same. We have the same number of vertebrae, so I can confirm. Low-key 223 is the best class 2 gun? I'm not going to argue with it necessarily. I think the 243 is just enough more powerful to make it better, but the semi-auto nature of the 223 AR at least gives it some, advantages. Moose are deer species. The thing that always gets me, maybe it's like Latin-based or whatever languages, or maybe there's different languages where, like, the word for moose is elk. Like, so, certain, like, European countries will call a moose an elk and an elk a moose. And it's, like, correct sort of in their language, but if they're speaking English, they have it backwards. It gets very confusing. Nice K-Flow. Pronghorn and Leighton? It wouldn't be a perfect fit, but I wouldn't mind. I like pronghorn a lot. Give me more reason to hunt pronghorn, I'll hunt them. I wish they were easier to hunt on a rancho. There's like a couple of places I find them, but the places that I frequent on a rancho, there's no pronghorn. Palm trees aren't actually trees? That I didn't know. 243, 244, whatever it takes. All the way up to 700 nitro. In Norway, moose is elk? Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So like if someone that maybe is less familiar with English who speaks Norwegian, they see a moose and they know like the English word elk, they call it an elk, and then there's just all kinds of confusion. There was a guy that I used to play Classic with that called them the opposites. And it, you know, it made perfect sense to him. I didn't really correct him, but I knew what he meant. Did you know that I'm in your walls? Is that you? There was a woodpecker trying to get into my walls the other day. He must have been trying to free you.
At least we didn't hear today.
I think, yeah, I have a plastic owl hung up there. I think it's scaring him away. There's, I don't know what it is. Ants or probably termites or something. There's little eggs in this little hole in the wall that I gotta go and kill before they hatch. Anyway, that's what the woodpecker wants. So I put an owl up there in the meantime. They have pheasants. They have, is it golden pheasants or something? There's like blood pheasants or something too, I think. I should let the woodpecker in if he'll kill whatever those things are. I think I'm gonna do that after the stream. I climbed all the way up there yesterday, and I didn't realize that there was like the thing of eggs, so I gotta get something to kill them. I kind of think like regular bee spray probably would kill them, but I need to check. How's the drilling rifle? It's about as old as you. Yeah, back in my day, we didn't have gunpowder or any of this newfangled technology. You had a stick and a string and hope and a dream. Think there'll be peacocks? I feel like no. Maybe, but that would not be my immediate guess. Blood pheasants and golden pheasants. Hello there. I do feel like, you know, some bird species would be good, so I don't think I'd be against it. Oh, we actually got it the first time. Do you think snow leopards would have a drink time or be like chamois and mountain goats? Good question. I'll jump right back to that. Blackout, thank you for the super chat. Hope you're having a great Memorial Day. Same to you, man. Hope it's going well. To be honest, I've been pretty much working on content all day, but I'm more than okay with that. As I always say, better busy than bored. Hey, Jared. Welcome back. I don't know if that's gonna... Does that show the number of months? It doesn't for me. They used to show. It's so dumb. Anyway, I appreciate you renewing. How's things going, man? Gotta mow your grass today? I really... It was supposed to rain today, did it?
It's supposed to rain the next couple days.
It's beautiful out now. But, yeah, I'm not gonna get... My grass takes like 6 hours, so it ain't gonna happen today. What was I... Oh, snow leopard drink zones. At the moment, I don't think there are any predator species that don't drink, are there? Like fox drink, lions drink, pumas, mountain lions, bears. Oh my. I kind of, like, probably even bobcats drink. And lynx. I think they would give them that AI. I think they would drink. An albino snow leopard or tiger would be better than any great one. Be probably cooler looking anyway. Jackal don't... Oh, jackal's true, that's right. It wouldn't make a lot of sense to give them that, like, sort of assignment, but maybe. That was a tiger at the top of the snow leopard picture? I still do not see that as a tiger. I don't know, there shouldn't be a tiger up there. So we're talking about that. I don't think it's a tiger. I'll zoom it way in. This is going to be a little bit of a process, but hang on. Oh, what did I do? Oh, God. I did that before, too. Okay. Just going to move him up there. I feel like you can see the almost like spots and stuff. And the whitish coloration. I don't know. Too slim? To me, yeah. To me, that looks like another snow leopard. Looks headless? What? Its head's on the left there. What do you mean? Like, so there's that branch. I wish I could have my cursor on screen. There's that branch that hangs down. Just to the left of that branch that, like, actually crosses over it is its head. Swear I saw orange? Oh my god. You guys are killing me. It is orange. I see orange. I swear I saw orange. Gotta pull it back up again. What do you mean? Like, it's light brown. It's not orange. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I got you. Image. Where am I looking? That's orange. That's not. Orange. Not. You guys are making me think I'm losing my mind. The screen is too slim? Wait, what do you mean about that? Looks green? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a frog. There was a frog. There's like this little, I guess it's a tree frog of some kind. There's this little sort of grayish colored frog that hangs out on my parents' deck. And they have a swing that is painted sort of gray. And this thing blends it on the arm west. Unbelievably well. 100% of turkey? That's orange, I'm looking at it. I'm gonna ban you. It's a moose. On YouTube community, it's orange? It's the same image. What are you talking about? What? You know what it could be? Different, like, screens do display color differently. On my screen, that is light brown. I don't know what. Hang on. I'm gonna put a poll on my community tab, and I'll pull that image up. I'll do it after the stream, and I'll ask if that's orange or light brown. It says orange as a carrot. It says orange as a parsnip. YouTube pics look like trash? Yeah, the YouTube, I know why they do that. The YouTube community tab, it's like embed size is really weird. So they're cropping it so that you don't have to click it to expand the full image. It just fits in the embedded thing. And yeah, the resolution and stuff looks like trash. Purple isn't actually a color? I say an orangish brown? Is there more brown or more orange in orangish brown? That's hard for me to say. Orangish is a weird word. I think it'll be around June 11th? The release? Nah, I think it'll be later than that. The famous Nepalese koala. Yeah. Black and blue or white and gold koala edition. You are not wrong. It's actually a new addition to Call of the Wild. Now you hunt people as well. You gotta hunt the poachers. A word that rhymes with wolf? Is golf like Gulf of Mexico? You sort of say that golf. I don't know. I feel like that's close. That's gotta be really good. Not the sport golf, like the Gulf of Mexico. There's a slightly different way I feel like it's pronounced. It's a green winged teal. Same. That's a fuchsia purple. We in Fuchsia City, we playing Pokemon. Going Safari Zone. Remy Warren hunts you? I always thought I could hear rustling in the bushes. In the pic you pulled up, I see 0 orange. Everyone gotta be trolling. I don't know, man. There's enough people saying it's orange, but like I said, I think it could be different screens, you know, having different amounts of like RGB. The red maybe being higher on some screens could absolutely make that look orange. I could see it. It's Pikachu! That got deleted, but I still saw it, don't you worry. I am Revy Warren. Revy, I just said? Okay. It's fine, brain. I'm not trolling. It's gray. Like gray-brown, I feel like is a good way to say it. Next great one needs to be a Didi. Holy. What's your favorite Pokemon? Houndoom's a good one. I don't know what the other one you just said is. That's a newer one. What's my favorite Pokemon? Oh boy. Do I have one? I probably do. It'll be one of the original 151. I have a Leaf Green playthrough going on my iPhone right now. What do I have? Let me think. There's Venusaur, Starmie, Dragonite, Nidoking, Ninetales, and something else. Is my party. It's like just nostalgia, probably Venusaur. Because when I played, and I didn't, like, I kind of thought you had to. Leaf Green was my first Pokemon game, and I got Venusaur. Well, Bulbasaur is my starter, so I guess I'll go with that. Just say Houndoom. Houndoom is very cool. I cannot argue. What gen? That's Gen 2, I guess? Has to be. Growlithe to Arcanine. See, as far as the nostalgia stuff goes, I had Leaf Green. That was a version exclusive, so I never had a game where, other than through trading, that I could get Arcanine till... Was it in Sapphire? Sapphire was the next game I had. My experience was backwards. If you did, anybody that cares, if you didn't know, Sapphire came out before Leaf Green and Fire Red, yet I had Leaf Green first. Blastoise on top. Blastoise is a good one. A good speedrunner. Haxorus, that's a nice one. Lucario. I like Lucario in Super Smash Bros. I can't add species. I wish I could. Didn't realize I wasn't watching live for like 5 minutes. If it means anything, Crick has tires in it, Creek is clean. That's a fairly reasonable distinction. Level 3 Mountain Hare. Level 3 Mountain Hare. Anybody want it? No? Okay, I'll shoot it. Zekrom? Which one's... I have heard of that one at the very least. Decidueye? That's another one that I feel like I've sort of seen but can't think of. Snorlax? That's my spirit animal, actually. Swoobat. That's basically Gen 5 Zubat, right? Necrozma's Feel, if you couldn't tell? No. Can you explain? Feel's a good one. Shiny Mew. You know what's really dumb? I played Brilliant Diamond like 3-4 months ago. I finally got it on my Switch and I played through it. If you had played Let's Go, there's this old couple in like Floroma Town or something that gives you a Mew and a Jirachi. I was like, this seems overpowered for the beginning of the game, but okay. I didn't use them for very long. Ooh, Tyranitar's a good one. I like, good lord, I can't think of his name. Like the super overpowered steel Pokemon from Gen 3. I'll come up with it. Metagross. Wait, you have other gaming consoles? Yeah, I really regret getting the Switch Lite. When it came out, really, like, it is kind of more convenient for the type of gaming I do, but you can't stream from a Switch Lite. I should have gotten a regular Switch because I could have streamed. I could have done, like, maybe I'd have played that Pokemon game live. It was in March. We weren't doing much else. I would never take Pokemon too far, Jared. What do you mean? I definitely don't plan to eventually stream it somehow. Sceptile? I like Sceptile. The last time I played... I think I did Emerald. The last time I played Gen 3, well, those Gen 3 games, I did Trico as my starter because that was the only one I had never had. Aggron is cool. Definitely had Aggron in my first ever Sapphire playthrough. Only used my Switch for Pokemon. I had one of the Mario Maker games on it. Other than that, yeah, just Pokemon games. Dude, use the EW money truck to get a good Switch? I don't know how much of a money truck you think it is, but it's definitely not. How much is a regular Switch now? Is it like $300? Now I need a capture card and stuff. It's a larger expense than I'd want to pay. I definitely don't have like 20,000 Pokemon cards scattered across my room. Somewhere at my parents' house is probably multiple binders of Pokemon cards. My brother and I had so many. $300 is like 5 minutes of stream? Yeah, I'm sure as you've noticed, there's been thousands of dollars in donations. You know, I think that would add up based on how long we've been live. That's why I stream, you know, nonstop. Oh, what the heck was that? Okay. Somebody said, what was it for? Somebody said I should do... It was some kind of funny donation goal. I bet it would work, too. It was... Not work, but I bet people would donate to it. It was like... Oh, I think it was Caribou Hunt Honeymoon thing. I think that's what it was. 12 out of 12 shooting, as long as you don't count the first one. Nice winter moose. Adult gummies sound mysterious. They're just vitamins, obviously. 12, 12, 12, 12 for a mini Flantro announcement. Yeah, that's the other thing we're going to do when we're oh, right in the brain. I meant to do that. When we're announcing a mini Flantro, we're going to put a donation goal. It's going to be like, spoil the child. Go. Have you played Poke Rogue? No, I have not. Hey, Megan. Struggling CC. I'm a washed Call of the Wild YouTuber. Please help. I only have 5 great ones. Donate to the Great One Fund. Play that music for, like the Humane Society, whatever the heck that thing is. Someone outside the community told you to put an espresso maker on the registry? I just don't know. Would you? But what, I know, because he was saying about it, but regular coffee's plenty for me. I don't know. Save for mini Flantro's big out trip. I was thinking about that. Well, not literally that, but I was thinking about like hunting in Wyoming or whatever down the road, and I got to thinking like, all right, well this year's the wedding, so we're not doing it this year. And then if we're having kids, like not very long after that, like clearly I'm not gonna just leave with a 1-month-old child or something. So I don't know when I'll ever get out west. That's the song, Hunter King. You got it. And then it's just me like shooting like level 1 whitetail. That would be a really fun, stupid video to make. I think people would yell at me though. A diamond a day brings the great one your way. Is that actually what? I think that is this quote, huh? You got a turquoise Keurig? I don't know if it was turquoise, but that, what are them things called? The mixer that everybody wants. What's that mixer I got you called? KitchenAid. Never mind. I got her a KitchenAid, like our first... That's a rare, right? Oh, wait. What? Nope, I see what happened. Never mind. Anyway, I'll come back to that in a minute. Nevada Outdoors, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Let's get this bear. Should be a good shot, I think. Yeah, he's dying. Love listening to the stream while at the gym. Nevada tag results came out last week. I drew a California bighorn sheep tag. Ooh, nice. Am I correct in saying that's like extremely low odds? Good luck on that hunt. That should be awesome. What was I saying? I don't remember even anymore. I was saying about something else, but unimportant. $4.99 to the Great One Fund? Yeah, exactly. What map should I play or re-download and Call of the Wild? I mean, Yukon seems like an alright choice. Put a Traeger Blackstone espresso machine, rifle of choice, sage fly rod, all in the registry. Are you gonna get all those? Because, like, if that's the plan. I told you something I said we should put on the registry and I forget it again. It's just yesterday. No, that wasn't it. There was something else I thought of. Once in a lifetime deal? Are you gonna get like a guide and stuff then? Loadout today? 300 AR, 303, 243, and 22. Everything has a 3 in it except the 22. Do they have Crocs in Nepal? There's some kind of Crocs. She's robbing me of the joy of giving. It's really rude, to be honest. I'm washed. I don't use AI in my thumbnails and don't have 40 plus great ones. Burn him. I said this earlier in the stream. I was like just looking at a program that used AI to like pick out clips from a stream or whatever and make them into YouTube shorts, because I kind of hate making YouTube shorts, but they are a really good tool. So I was looking into it. Ultimately, it's too expensive and I don't think it's going to work for what I want. But anyway, I put in our group chat that I was like, hey, there's this program that uses AI to like come up with clips. And the first one it made was really good and the rest sucked. But as soon as I said that, Aaron and Mel both were like, Flinter's using AI, he's using AI, burn him. I know drawing a bighorn tag here in Oregon is basically like winning the lottery. I think everywhere it's like that. I don't know if there's anywhere you can like readily hunt bighorn. I know the area from being a habitat biologist for the state of Nevada in there and guided hunts. Oh, good deal. That probably saves a lot of money in the end then. Maybe they'll do an angler map in Nepal. I mean, that would suit my idea. I still need to do the Africa hunt and fish video, but that would really suit for my hunting and fishing streams, to be honest. This game's graphics are so, like, for a game that came out in 2017, it's funny, like, I still consider it pretty new as games go, but, you know, you look at Red Dead in game, obviously Red Dead probably looks a little bit better, but its graphics are really, really good. I think you committed. Just wondering, what do you think / want the new Great One to be? What do I want it to be? Well, we know it's non-base game, so I want Mule Deer. Do I think that's reasonable? Beard said it's going to be not what we expect. So, like, that's such a hard thing to answer, because as soon as I say, like, oh, maybe it's going to be, I don't know, raccoons. Do I now expect it? Maybe that's, like, it's such a weird, it's like a perfect way to say it. It'll be not what you expect. Okay, how do I possibly come up with a prediction then? So yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what I expect. I want Mule Deer, I guess we can leave it at that. Can I bring back Red Dead content? I don't know. I just don't know what to do with it. Like, I guess I could screw around in story mode, but I don't want to restart a playthrough because I know how it ends now and it'll make me sad, so I don't want to do that. There's not much to do in online, unfortunately. I wish they had done better with it. Hey, Andy. Hope you're doing well. Access to your Great One, I think, would be sad but makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. That would not be the coolest Great One. Aggro Great One Raccoon Dog? Oh boy. Considering my struggles getting just a diamond on Riven Thule. Come the bestest boy in the West. You're alright, boy. Imagine a Great One bobwhite quail. It's just the size of a beach ball. When it flies, you hear, like, it's struggling to breathe. Just the fattest bird in the West. Complete the compendium. That feels like a lot of tediousness. I don't know. They should do Great One hog deer. That wouldn't be my first choice. Well, yeah, it only flies for a second. It gets like a foot off the ground and then just tumbles, and then rolls and like makes a like a ditch where it rolls along the ground. Gonna send you a real camera. It's only like $15,000 for a setup, brand new. Oh, that's nothing. That's just like chump change for a Canadian. I need to watch you play Red Dead at some point, even if I just gotta search through your old vids. There's some on the Clips channel, which I think you can do this. I really need to look into how to do it properly. I think I'm gonna move all the clips and old VODs and stuff from the Clips channel onto this channel, minus the two, like, first videos on that channel. Are those even still there? I don't know. But, yeah, just for the sake of, like, getting everything in one place. But yeah, there's probably 4 to 6 VODs. I meant to upload them all and just kind of failed to do that. I only offer because I know Kylo will never allow it. Meaning it's not a serious offer. He's just a fake generous soup. All YouTubers make $15,000 per view? Yeah. That's how YouTube works. That's why everybody does. That's, you know, everybody does YouTube, because as soon as you get a couple of views, you're basically ready to retire. Thoughts on a Great One Tiger? I love the idea, but I feel like tigers were so expected, like so talked about even in the lead up to Jaxy saying non-base game Great One, that they don't really fit the not what you expect thing. This is going to sound a bit nerdy, but I would love it if the new map missions were about climate change and how we need to stop it. If the story follows that but allows me to shoot things, I'm fine. I don't like Oh, he's floating. I don't like all the missions that are like, hey, go over there. And then press E. Alright. Now I'll go down there. Okay, press E on 3 different things that are kind of annoying to find, but it won't take you that long. Alright, now you're going to go over here. And then you maybe shoot 1 animal for the entire mission set. That just makes no sense to me. I don't really mind what the point of the missions are, but let me shoot things. I'm a true American, let me shoot stuff. You know, what can I say? Bleed red, white, and blue. 12 different places. This is not the new map. Nah, this is Yukon Valley. What if the Great One is the muntjac and the pole was a hint? I've been trying to, I've been wrestling with that idea. How in the world could you make a Great One muntjac good, though? I don't see how that could be a thing, you know? Do you think the Great One will be put on another map and not the new map? I feel like it will be on the new map. It seems like too big of a coincidence to do, hey, there's a new map coming. Also, the first ever non-base game Great One's coming out, you know, with this release. To me, that says it'll probably be on the new map. It may be on another map as well, but I feel like it will be on the new map. I was fake generous once and ended up hosting a hunting camp annually. Wow. 5-foot albino Great One rabbit, that's what we're looking for. If it moves, I shall shoot is my quote, Flinter. If you use, I want royalties. I feel like I've seen you use that in different places. I offered sourdough starter, coffee, always a no. Yeah, I think she doesn't like you, to be honest. Yeah, Bushwhacker agrees. It's confirmed.
Stop it.
Should I get the new map when it comes out? Depends on what it is and if you like it. Great One, water buffalo or black buck? That would, if it's on the new map, like what I was talking about, that would get you, either one of those would get you a Great One on 2 maps. What's my favorite song? I really liked that, when Luke Combs did the cover of Fast Car, I thought that was really good. That's probably the last song that I listened to, like actively went back and replayed it. It's like not even a new song, that's the funny thing. If you're being abused, please speak out. I'll blink 3 times, you ready? Alright, you know whether or not I'm being abused now based on how much I blinked. I still wish they would have done something with the red deer Great Ones. Maybe it's me, but they have least amount of variation. Yeah, more furs, really. Like, it is hard, I get it, to do, like, really varied red deer racks. Because trophy red deer generally do kind of grow in the same basic way. They could have done more stuff with the antlers, but I don't know. More furs would have been fine. The Great One won't be on tomorrow's trailer. It would be on Jaxy's stream. I would say so. I wouldn't completely put it past him to maybe do like a tiny Great One teaser in the trailer, but I would bet if we're going to find out, and it's not a guarantee, but if we're going to find out about the Great One, I bet it would be on the stream. I don't know, Jake. I kind of hope they go back to the 6-month cycle, but I never heard them say the next map's delayed. I don't think they had any intention of doing a 6-month cycle with this update, and that doesn't really make me think they'll go back to it. Ever thought about doing any more videos on the old Cabela's games? I've thought about it. I'm not sure how I want to do it necessarily, but I do want to, like, at least do some kind of throwback stuff. I don't know, Noah. Maybe. How many Flantros make a Jaxy? I don't know. I dropped out of college, remember? Throwback Thursday? So I have one idea. And it would still be the main thing that I've talked about before. Where I maybe take, like, you know, whatever it ultimately is, 10 or 12 hours of gameplay, cut it down to maybe like an hour or 2 episode, and do 1 episode, or maybe like, you know, 2 45-minute episodes, whatever. And maybe do them as like a Friday upload, like a Flashback Friday, just, you know, change the name of the series, kind of. You got Classic? Nice! I'm always happy to hear that. Great one, Gray Lag Goose. I don't know about that. On vacation, still get to watch Flinter. We're glad you can make it on in. Hopefully you're having a good vacation as well. Maybe we'll have leopards. Well, if you missed the hint earlier today, we have this image, which if you zoom in, appears to have a snow leopard up there, although some people say it's a tiger, and a snow leopard in the bush. So, I wouldn't say snow leopard's confirmed, although I feel pretty confident saying that's a snow leopard. Some kind of leopard confirmed. I don't need Riz. I barely know what Riz is. Best 3 maps for diamonds. Quattro, probably Revving Through the Coast, and Tearoa, I think. I'd say those 3. Snow leopard bush camping, what a bot. Not all of us are that skilled, okay? Some of us need the help. What if the next weapon pack is pistols? Well, we just had the handgun pack. When did that come out? That was actually a while ago now. The one with the 45 cavalry. Maybe in 22? I guess I could see it. Hand crossbow, I do like that in classic. A flintlock pistol would be kind of sick. Actually, I like your idea. I'm not even gonna lie to you, as soon as I saw pistols, I was like, nobody's gonna use those. Because no, like, let's be honest. Pretty much everybody uses the most powerful weapon they can for anything they're hunting. Those would be some pretty cool pistols, though. Hey, Darren. Can Daror be an Asiatic lion? I think it's possible. It doesn't really sound like a lion roar to me, but I'm sure they're not that different, a tiger and a lion roar. It's a big female fox. Oh, what a shot. I'm so good at this game. As soon as I get my breath back, this will be easy. Riz is not short for charisma? I like the idea of like, trying to make that work, but... Bad aim. Nah, I was trying to scare it a little bit. I did that on purpose. My dad, I've told the story before, but my first buck, it's like a little 5-point, like barely legal for adult hunter. As a youth hunter, I think it still works this way. As long as it has one antler more than 1 point even, more than 3 inches long, like a singular spike over 3 inches is a legal buck for a youth hunter. But anyway, like a adult hunter, it has to have 3 points on one side, at least in our WMU here in PA. Anyway, little 5-point would have been legal. It stepped out. It was kind of like somebody had spooked it up into the field, and it was looking like it was going to run back down. So my dad took a crack at it and missed it, and then I shot it and killed it. And for like a couple of years, my dad would be like, "Yeah, I just shot to like get his attention to make him stay there so you could get him." And I was like, I was 10 when I killed it, so probably till I was 13, I sort of believed him. Flinter's Riz is contained in full in the photo of him and his 180 buck. Yeah. To be honest, it's awfully convenient that I killed that buck, like, the year that I was in the best shape of my life. Got my first diamond fox on Yukon. I think I got my first one on my account on Yukon. I killed one on my beginner account on Hirschfeld. That snow leopard at the top of the hill was confirmed on Call of the Wild Twitter to just be a rock. It's part of the joke. So, I don't have the tweet with me. I'm going to claim this moose. It's not that important. That's not a rock. That's 100% a snow leopard. So, the joke is they tagged this account. It's called There Is No Cat. And this Twitter account posts pictures of, like, house cats that are really well camouflaged. Like a black cat laying on somebody's black rug, a white cat laying on somebody's white rug, a, calico cat up against some kind of calico-looking backdrop, whatever that might be. And then there will be comments like, "No, you're wrong, there's a cat right here." And a lot of times their replies are things like, "Nope, that's a rug." That's the joke. That is not a rock. I know a lot of people think it's a rock. That is 100% not a rock. I do see some more, I swear. I'm gonna end the stream right now. It's leucistic? I don't know, maybe. Is a white tiger with black stripes an albino or just a fur variant? White Bengal tigers are not albino. I don't know. That bush is a rock too? What? You see that cat, right? You're messing with me, I think. I hate you guys. They are leucistic. Oh, the white Bengal tigers are? I gotcha. I thought you were saying the snow leopard was leucistic. I was like, how can you can't see? There's no detail. What do you mean? If they bring endangered species into Call of the Wild, I would delete the game and never touch it again. That's unfortunate because European bison already exist in the game. It's not, like, it's a hunting game. I don't think, you know, like, in the last 45 minutes, I've shot 20 animals. The best dunk hunt ever. You might pull that off. Like, it's a game. I think you should. I think it is more than reasonable to be able to do things in a game that you can't do in real life. The Rock is a tree. Who is Lou and why is he sadistic? Lou Holtz. He's sadistic because Ryan Day and the Ohio Buckeyes beat the Fighting Irish, and Lou Holtz was guaranteeing that Notre Dame was going to win, and after Ohio State won, Ryan Day was on there going, "Where's Lou Holtz now?" And it was like midnight, so Lou Holtz was probably out for 6 hours by then. Anyway, unimportant. Hey KG, we could be getting multiple big cats, maybe snow leopards and tigers. If they actually add both, and I'm having a hard time coming up with an excuse where they can't add both. Like, that ain't no tiger. And there shouldn't be tigers down in, like, the jungle area where the trailer was done. I think we could have both. Which, I can't tell what, it's very small on my screen. Which animal's in your profile picture? We got KG in it. Yeah, must be a pretty big, hype day. Must be some pretty exciting stuff coming to the game. What are you doing alarmed over there, you weirdo? Blacktail. Ooh, nice. I was wondering which one that was. I can't quite tell. That's awesome, man. Both would make me so pumped. Like, I've been sitting here trying to be like, okay, maybe the roar is a snow leopard. But we talked about it at the beginning of the stream. Snow leopards can't roar. So it almost has to be two big cats, whether it is snow leopards and tigers, or snow leopards and Asiatic lions, or whatever they're doing. There's not really a way around that at this point. Gotta hop off for my break and back to work. Catching the next one. Sounds good, Andy. Appreciate you hanging out. Kendall Gray, the one and only. The two goats here. I don't know why. I feel like I never see it as lowercase, and I thought you were going to name two goat species that were in the Himalayas. I was ready for new species ideas. Gotta have breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. Can't miss it. Just casually dropping in. You know, just making an appearance, as you do. It is summer. No. I have an idea for a moose thing. I want to get one so you can kill them with a insta-kill, where they don't do that thing where they run forward and die. If you hit both neck bones, it should work. And I want to kill a diamond like that, but it's going to require such a precise shot. I also really hope they add blood pheasants. That was an unfortunate autocorrect. I'm excited for another map to hunt black buck on. Do you think they'll add black buck? I assume they will. They're in that area. Maybe they could expand the Truax for them. What's your obsession with 12? 12 is 12. It's kind of just a funny number. Bubba Bear, thank you for the super chat. Showing some love to one of my favorite YouTubers, and just want to say I'm very hyped to see what content you make when early access comes around. I'll tell you what, it's like when early access typically comes around for the maps, obviously there's extreme hype. Everybody's really excited to see what the game's going to bring, what's, you know, what do the diamonds look like, where are the new species, all that kind of stuff. Guides come out of early access, there's a bunch of really cool stuff. The funny thing is the way that Expansive Worlds is drip, drip, drip like a leaky faucet, releasing all these hints, early access is going to be like a break. I've been making so many videos, and like it's a good thing. Like it's really cool to see the hype. I'm in no way complaining, but it's almost going to be the opposite in a way. It's going to be like, all right, now we actually get to see it instead of, you know, snow leopard pics are coming out, trailers tomorrow, streams tomorrow. It's going to be wild. That's a great point, Clark. Didn't think that 100% through. It is, yeah. I guess while that is still a great point, that remains. Typically, the question won't rest until I answer it myself anyway. What the? You guys see the thing like hanging in the air? That was weird. Why do you look 12 and 26 at the same time? It's like a like a Clark Kent thing. I look 26 when I need to buy beer. I look 12 the rest of the time, so that when I'm 85, I'll look 63. Ain't gonna lie, they could put saber-toothed tigers in the game, and I wouldn't say a word against it. What the heck game? Was it? Were saber-tooth in Carnivores or whatever? That Carnivores game, didn't it have saber-toothed tigers? I think they're cool. When he's 60, he'll look 32. Yeah, I'll be like... I'll still be self-filling my hunts. I'll be like crawling up into a tree stand and I'll like get halfway up and I'll have to stop and catch my breath. But I'll get up there and I'll still have like a full head of hair. My dad, how old's my dad? 66? Is he? Good lord. I'm getting old too. Yeah, he would be because I think, yeah. Anyway, he still has a full head of hair. Call of the Wild Dream Maps, Dinosaurs, and Ice Age maps? Kyla, my fiance, really wants dinosaur maps. She's all about dinosaurs and stuff.
I think with this engine, it would look amazing.
Well, they did Primal, and it just kills me that they didn't do more with it, because Primal is arguably one of Expansive World's best work they've ever done. Like the Hunter Primal, if you've never played a KG, you should check it out. You can, they don't have it on Steam anymore, but you can get keys for it on like G2A and stuff for usually I think $15. But the letdown is there's only 5 species. Now the T-Rexes are like really fun, also hard to kill, but
And they're scary.
yes, yeah, like you can have the best equipment in the game. If you make bad shots, they're gonna kill you. But I want what Bottom Boy said. I want like the saber-toothed tigers. I always get it wrong. What kind of bear is it? Short face, short nose, short bus bear, whatever. I think it's. What the heck is it? Is it short face?
Short bus bear.
It's some kind of bear. Like I want the. Kylo can have the dinosaur map. I want the like prehistoric animals, but like prehistoric mammals map. How about that? Never heard of it? Yeah. It's like the Hunter Classic, same engine, a lot of the same assets and stuff, but it's really fun.
Only like 6 times.
There's 5, I think. It's Triceratops, Quetzalcoatlus, whatever the flying ones,
Nothing's scary.
like pterodactyls, T-Rex, Velociraptors, and Utahraptors.
That's fun.
It is short face. Thank you, Roll. Cave bear? I think that's the same thing, right? Or maybe not. Irish elk? Yeah, put those on there. Short ween bear? Yeah, that was my nickname in high school. Bush antler deer? What's the other one? Like, it's Megaloceros, and there's another one that's similar. Like, any kind of prehistoric deer. It could really be a very cool map. Woolly mammoth? That's perfect. Put them on the map, too. Mammoth and cave lions? Short face, cave, atlas, and so many more. My favorite is Andrewsarchus. That's the pig thing, right? The giant boar. Irish elk and Megaloceros are the same species? Right, but there's another, like, prehistoric deer that's similar, but instead of having, like, the big moose antlers, it's kind of more like an elk or a deer. Like, individual tines versus the palmates? Rip Van Winkle's got it. I don't know how to say that. Euclidoceros, maybe? This is a potential gold mine? It kind of blows my mind that it doesn't exist. Because I would say the Hunter Call of the Wild, and Way the Hunter to a lesser degree, even Classic, prove that there's a significant market for a hunting game. You go back to, like, in arcades and stuff, like Big Buck Hunter gets a ton of people to play it. There's way more people that are fascinated by dinosaurs and prehistoric stuff, I think, that wouldn't be necessarily interested in a vanilla hunting game. Combine those two markets, seems like a win to me. It has always amazed me that EW or another game hasn't done something very similar to Primal, but yeah, just more expansive. Does he call himself Rip Van Winkle in the game? I thought well, maybe that's a different quote. Because he was also, Jim whatever. Just Jim Milton, yes. The worst part is there's somebody in the official The Hunter Discord that's named that, and I still couldn't remember it. It's definitely a gold mine. If I had the money to fund it, I would do it. Because I feel like you'd, at the very least, be making your money back. It could be such a cool game. Just tell Jaxy this in tomorrow's stream. You know, it'd be really funny, because I did a bunch of release streams with Expansive Worlds. I was on I did the first hunt other than like a dev on Silver Ridge Peaks. I was with TK. I killed a turkey. I think it might have been like a turkey. You know, we didn't kill much. We couldn't show everything. But, you know, I got to do that. I got to do the Truex release stream. I was on a number of them. But the reason I'm bringing that up, it would be really funny, like, there's a big reveal stream and I'm on there for that. And I'm like, you know, actually, if we did dinosaurs, well, we can talk about that. And saber-tooths and woolly mammoths. Call of the Wild wouldn't even have to set it in the past. Just say some Podden doctor created him on an island or something. Make him, yeah, I was just going to say that John Hammond. That would be really funny. Yeah, like, just name him John Bodden for the full effect. I like it. How'd you get the name Flinter? Well, so, I assume you've heard the Flinter story, or maybe that's not relevant, how I got that name. I actually haven't seen it too much in today's chat, but a lot of times you'll see in chat and in my comments and in Discord and stuff, my name gets auto-corrected really bad, so you'll see, like, Glinted, or Klinger, or Glitter, or Glinted. I might have said Glinted already. A bunch of different stuff. As a joke, like, just making fun of that. My buddy Jay, who I think went back to work this week, so he's not here today, but he just, like, out loud, we were in, I think, TeamSpeak still back then, and he goes, "Hey, Flantro, do you want to play," who knows, like, you want to go play Rocket League or something like that? And we just all thought it was so funny. For some reason, it stuck. All the different autocorrects, none of those actually stuck. The one that he made up did. Still waiting on my hunting game that allows me to purchase land. Dude, I want the exact same game. I was like 14 and just like dreaming up this idea. It never would happen, but I was gonna write up like a whole proposal and like submit it to Cabela's as if they would have made it. But that's exactly what I want. What's going on, Nick? What'd you miss? We've had like a whole bunch of stuff happen. But I would say the highlights, we had a troll gray wolf. That was really annoying. But in the same pack, we had an egg white wolf. Just a little level 3 silver. We taxed that. I don't know if I'm going to put it... We might go back to the second lodge with it. And then KG's been in here. So that was cool. Heard the first time when Zaggy said in the vid, heard Flantro. He wasn't even... we maybe knew each other at the time. But he might have, like... From the time we first, like, you know... got introduced to each other and stuff. The Flantro thing might have already existed, so, like, he has always, like, from the beginning, he always called me Flantro anyway, is what I'm saying. 7-yard shark? That did not happen today, but it could. Memorial Day food, you know, it could happen. KG joining was so random. Hey, like we said, though, that shows you, like, there's some legit hype. And I don't mean that in the sense of, like, you know, any YouTuber showing up to another YouTuber's chat. What I mean is, when... like, in a normal day, beyond, like, making my own content, I'm typically not, like, watching other Call of the Wild content or whatever, because, you know, I kind of live it. I'm in the community all the time. I kind of have an idea what's going on. When there's major hype, I'm in EW streams, I a lot of times lurk in other streams because I, you know, just like to watch and see what's going on, like what people think. It's a way different thing when you're all of a sudden like, there's new information and we're going to see what everybody thinks and all that. That's the most fun times, other than when the map releases, I guess. 1001 Troll Salty, Emerald Troll stays true. It's just what it does. Oh, hello there. Brekkie was good. Nice. Day's going good. Been working on a classic video. I'm kind of thinking we're going to wrap up the stream fairly soon here, by the way. There may be another stream in, say, 2 hours, something like that. Going in classic and trying to wrap up that Scavenger Day event. I need literally one more thing. But, yeah, I spent a good bit of time working on that. Obviously, the Snow Leopard thing today was pretty hype. Been taking a look at that, talking about it all stream long. Oh, God. Okay. This is fine. But yeah, days where there's lots of content to be made, keep me busy. I cannot complain. Tigers better one-shot me? Well, lions do, right? You would think they would take the same approach. There's a max weight 7. Anybody else? That guy right there. That was easy. Do you know the capital of Kuwait? No. Should I? I have no idea. Did we not establish earlier that I don't even know where the Himalayas are? We were looking on the... I'm not going to do it again. But we were looking on the map, and I will tell you that I was not correct. Sunder Patan. Yeah, I said it wrong again. I'm going to just say it like Beer said it. What did he say? Sunder Parton or something like that? I also don't think it's that, but, you know, I can't pronounce it, so who am I to judge? Forever chasing the high of the SRP release time period? The only thing that sucked, was SRP late the map itself on console, or was it just True Rack Mule Deer? It was the whole map, right? The map came with True Rack Mule Deer on console. I think the map was out on PC for like 2 months before the True Rack Mule Deer. What video can I find the iconic Holy? Are you talking about the Holy that I used as a sound alert for a long time? It's a Bush Rangers run fox hunt, but I don't know which video. I think you might be right, Clark. The hype right now is about as high as I've seen it. Hope they say it in the trailer. Usually they do. I feel like it's actually rare that we have the map name for so long without, you know, hearing it. The fact that we basically have snow leopards and tigers confirmed as a game changer. Yeah, like when you go to Emerald Coast, like Crocs were pretty hype, and this isn't to like, you know, trash Crocs or whatever, but you hunt them a couple of times, they're all laying there on the beach, and it's like, all right, well, I've done that. I don't feel like you maybe run out of coolness with tigers and snow leopards and is it sloth bears? Oh my! I'm just gonna throw them in there. They're not, you know, even basically confirmed. There's no evidence of them, but I wanted the tigers and lions, the bears thing. Yeah, it's a completely different animal, quite literally. Yeah, Patricia did say at the end of the stream, I should have gone and watched that. I still haven't. Sounds good, Troublemaker. I appreciate you jumping in, man. I got no idea, Take. I don't follow it. Hype is large. We've been starved for something new for a year. You know what will actually be really interesting to watch, like, you know, the... what's it called? The concurrent players and stuff, like on Steam right now. It says 2,200 in-game. I will be intrigued to see what it looks like, you know, in a month or so. And then down the road, like 2 months, 3 months, how many that retains. I wonder if the whole, you know, being starved for a year, if that ultimately drives more hype or less. It will be really interesting. Any trophies? 1 troll gray wolf and an egg white female. I think we're going to try to kill one more thing and then actually take that egg white back to the lodge. True body sizes would grab my attention. Oh my. Like, and Classic has it, I talk about this all the time. What the heck was I hunting? Elk, I think. There was one that weighed close to 500 kilo and a bull that weighed close to 300. And the size difference was just stunning. And it's like, it's just that little bit of immersion. Because immediately in your head, if you do any kind of hunting in real life, you think of like a yearling buck and then like a 5-year-old buck. You ever see them fighting or anything like that? The body size difference is insane. It literally looks like an adult standing next to a child. That would be such a cool thing for them to do. Now, do I think they're going to do it at this stage of Call of the Wild? No. But I just, you know, like you said, boy can dream, I guess. I can't believe we got that. She said Sundar Patan. Is it just that? Sundar Patan? I said that once by accident. Imagine seeing a level 9 grizzly next to a female? Next to a female grizzly? You know what they should... I'm sure the rights are too expensive, but if it really is tigers that we saw stalking that muntjac deer, if they could start the stream tomorrow with Eye of the Tiger, that would be so funny. That's it? Okay. How is it not a little insta-kill? I should have looked to see what it was, Clark, but it's fine. Nonetheless, to the second lodge. I don't know where we're going to put this thing, but we'll find a spot. A great one tiger named Tony? Oh my. Frosted Flakes. That's his tracks. He doesn't leave footprints. It's just like a trail of Frosted Flakes and like maybe scratched up cardboard. I love watching your streams while playing. I've been playing my newly bought Rancho map. Got 2 diamond whitetail within an hour. Your streams are lucky. That's awesome, man. A fresh Rancho is a really fun thing to hunt around, so hopefully you find more cool stuff. I like that this became a goat room by accident. There's a raccoon back there. Yes, I meant to go prone. Is there any goats you can put here? I don't think so. Anyway. Been rocking Eye of the Tiger in the background for a good chunk of the stream. Have you really? Imagine that. Female black gold boar. I think the wolf's cooler. This is... Okay. I need to, well, it'll be annoying to put the boar back there. This wolf probably weighed 45 kilo, 50 kilo at the most. That boar was probably closer to 100, and the wolf's bigger. Like, some of those size things, I'd love to even see that updated. Warthog, boar, they annoy me that they are not larger. That's kind of how she was standing when we shot her, actually, so we'll go with that. Look at the eyes. I think the male and female are different. Like, that's almost a purple. I know for sure the male are more of a blue. Anyway. Why do you have so many taxidermized animals? At the end of a lot of videos, like, you know, I'll text, like, this is a rare Gens buck, diamond caper K-lead. This chamois was for the thumbnail, like that thumbnail cutout of the chamois, like, 4 or 5 days ago, came from that. A lot of times it's for thumbnails. Lots of stuff, you know, almost everything in here is rare or diamond. It'll be, you know, a small diamond that I text, and eventually I kill a bigger one, then I replace it. Stuff like that. Those eyes are orange, don't start. Don't you start. I need to post, that's what I'm going to do. As soon as I end this stream in a minute here, I'm going to post that poll. I'm going to do it on the community tab, see what you guys think. Orange, or should I call it gray? I don't know. Whatever we put in there. And then, yeah. I think I'm going to try to do a classic stream here later this evening. Just doing the scavenger day hunt. It's going to, I'm sure all the chat's going to be about the snow leopard hint. That's fine. I think it'll be chill. I'm literally looking for a whitetail shed, so ain't gonna hurt to have something to talk about. What's going on, Cell Shot? Appreciate you jumping in. We are unfortunately wrapping this stream up. I do think on that note, that's gonna do it for this one. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the support today. It was really cool to see all the hype. Excited to see where this goes. Lots to find out tomorrow, and I may see you even in a later stream this evening. I think that's gonna be the plan anyway. Bye!